What up, everybody? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, comment throughout the show. 10-9-8, 76ers. Go Birds. Here we go.
Let's go! This ain't the Phlite, or this game can heat stink!
Oh shit!
It's gone!
What is going on, everybody? We had a little bit of technical difficulties. I think it was Jalen's legal team trying to get to us. Had a lot of that going on social media yesterday. Apparently, I'm not allowed to be a fan anymore because I've been critical of him, and now he's playing outstanding, and I love that for him.
Yep.
I love that for this Philadelphia Eagles team.
Slay.
If Hurts continues to play the way he's playing right now, there's no reason why we need to go after a quarterback this coming spring, and we could spend all of our money on defense, and we could spend all of our draft capital on defense, and that is the vibe. Yep. Anyway, Phlite Zone brought to you by Manscaped. Get 20% off, get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock that confidence and always use the right tool for the job with Manscaped. Guys, it's been a fun weekend. And first comment of the day. Like, are you a Jalen Hurts fan or are you a Philadelphia Eagles fan? Like right away, Julio. Come on, man. Come on. Like, it's getting hard. Like, I love Jalen Hurts, and I'm not gonna let his legal team ruin what I see in Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. Go back to the first episode of the Phlite Zone after that Atlanta Falcons game. I was praising him. I praise him when he does well, and I critique him when he does bad. Like, is that illegal? Are we not allowed to do that? Like, I don't understand it. Sorry. It's the first thing I saw.
We're good.
First thing I saw.
Jimmy's already mad. Only 2 minutes in.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the poll. Poll of the day, always brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Body Check Wellness. Use that promo code A2D for 25% off. Come in extracts, blends, gummies, topicals, whatever they have, whatever you're thinking, they have it. So make sure you use that promo code A2D and get 25% off at bodycheckwellness.com. And poll for tonight. You will be disappointed if the Eagles do not make the playoffs. Agree or disagree? I flat out agree to this poll. I honestly, if we were talking about week 2 right after the 49ers game when we threw that game away, I would have agreed to this poll. Because in the offseason, you and I, Evan, both said that this team is capable of putting up 10 wins. And 10 wins with an extra playoff spot will probably get you that 7th or 6th seed. Tyrese Maxey's so good. But yeah, at this point, the schedule is pretty clear cut. I'm getting 2019 vibes, maybe. I'm not going to go 2017, 2018 vibes when you won a Super Bowl and you damn near went back to a conference championship game.
No.
But if you continue to play the way that you're playing, when you're playing against subpar to average quarterbacks, where the defense looks like the 85 Bears, and Big Play Slay's playing like the defensive player of the year, and Nick Sirianni's running a damn near perfect game plan with running the football and allowing the best offensive line in football to be the best offensive line in football, there's no reason why you should disagree to this poll, because you have Giants, Jets, bye, Giants, football team,
Washington,
football team, and Dallas. And who knows? I've kind of been hinting at this for a few weeks now. Dallas could be nearing a downfall right now. They could. They have not looked good. Pending that 43-3 blowout of the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Falcons stink flat out. But they clearly had trouble against the Broncos, who we put a 40-piece on. And then you want to talk about what happened yesterday, where they allowed a Chiefs defense to look absolutely phenomenal, and they've been getting torched all year. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with the Cowboys, but that Week 18 game can be a lot more interesting than what I think people are holding it for right now. But I flat out agree to the poll. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I had to agree with you. It's been a long time coming. I mean, we're on this roll right now where our defense has been showing up, our offense is getting it done. I'd like to see a little bit more Hurts throws, but I mean, it's getting the job done, and we're winning games. So that's a great thing. But will I be completely disappointed? No, I can't say I really would be, but just because I like draft picks, we need
Oh
draft
my
picks the other day.
God, here we go.
Now, I'll be disappointed,
You like
but
Jalen Rager?
I won't be like mad. I'll be disappointed, but I won't be mad.
You'll
I
be
know
disappointed if
we
we make
should
the
honestly
playoffs.
win out. We should win out. We really have no excuse to not win out because we are better than Washington. We are better than the Giants. We're better
Taylor
than the
Heineke's looking
Jets.
pretty good.
We might lose the bye week. I don't know. But then you also got the Cowboys. And you also have to think about the other teams that are in the NFL trying to make this in the NFC rather, trying to make this last spot. So what are we monitoring? The whole NFC South? Probably not
Yeah,
the Falcons because
not the
they suck.
Falcons. They suck.
They suck pretty bad. And you got the Vikings and the 49ers are teetering out. I don't know.
Yeah, and
But
then we also got the Washington football team too because
yeah.
you got 2 games against them, and if that were me, that Washington football team game, that Redskins game, both of them, they're in my opinion will be must wins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially if you want to make the playoffs, and making the playoffs is never ever a bad thing. I don't care what anybody says, never a bad thing.
No.
And for everybody that says, "Oh, I'd rather get draft picks, I'd rather get high draft capital." First of all, what do you want, another Jalen Rager? Do you want another Andre Dillard? Do you want another Danny Watkins? Do you want another Derek Barnett? Like that. That's what I have to say to draft capital. Because first of
Mhm.
all, you're going to get a top 10 pick, and then you're probably going to get another top 18 pick,
Mhm.
maybe top
Yeah.
20, depending where the Colts end
Yeah.
up.
Uh-huh.
So regardless, you're going to have 3 top 21 picks at least,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So there's no reason why anybody should be cheering for them to lose out or not win as many games and miss the playoffs so that they could get a top 16 pick. They're already going to have 1, maybe 2 top 16 picks. Because out in the AFC, we don't know if the Colts are going to make the playoffs. Because there's a lot of teams that are 6-5 right now in the
Yeah.
AFC, and the Colts are only
Yeah.
5-5, or they are 5-5,
The
I
the
believe.
whole AFC
They're
West
6-5.
is mid.
Yeah.
They're mid. And
You know how else is
but
mid?
no, yeah, it
Josh
could go
Allen's
either way.
mid. Russell
Yeah,
Wilson's mid.
Skyline Chili, yeah, and all that. But no, honestly, I can see this going the other way. We could have this big disappointment and see next game. If you lose, I feel like all these are must wins. I know like every game's almost a must win in the NFL because what you're only playing 17 games,
Mhm.
right? So football is really the sport is you have to win each week to make the playoffs because the Eagles they're looking good, like I said, but their defense it's gonna I feel like it has to be addressed. I know they've been like Slay's been going off. I know. I I'm not gonna I'm not gonna shit on him because he has been doing really well, but can he do this against if we make the playoffs, can he do this against a team like Arizona
Mhm.
or the Rams? Or can
Yeah.
he do it against the Cowboys in the last week? I don't know. The Cowboys can have a shit end and
Well,
they can fall off like we were predicting. And this could be for I don't want to say it's going to be for the NFC title, NFC East title, but
I'm hinting at that. The
they,
week 18, you are what, 2.5 games out right now?
yeah, they have injuries. So and we're very very lucky that we haven't had as much injuries, knock on wood, literally because we've only had what Brooks, Graham. Honestly, that's about it.
Yeah.
So we're getting pretty lucky with that. So I think that it will be close goddamn, it will be close. But
Yeah.
easiest strength, like, you know,
Yep.
we just got to get shit done if they want to win.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. And I'll tell you one thing about the Cowboys this week. I have the Raiders covering. It's at 7.5 right now.
Mhm.
A Kansas City Chiefs defense that has been horrid, to say the least, all year, exposed them and showed every flaw that they have on the offensive side of the football. And it
Mhm.
starts with sending pressure at Dak Prescott, because the moment he gets pressure in that pocket,
Yeah.
he turns into week 2 Jalen Hurts. He
Yeah.
can't throw the football when he's under pressure in the pocket. He can't.
Mhm.
And that's always been the knock that I've had on Dak Prescott, that he is a highly overrated passer when it comes to people saying that he's accurate, because
Mhm.
when push comes to shove and he has pressure all over his face,
Mhm.
there's no stop. Like, he
Yeah.
is going to throw that ball away. He's probably going to throw interceptions. It's just it's the recipe in beating that Cowboys offense. And you see that Zeke's
Yeah.
been getting beat up all year.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen week 18. I'm not wishing any injury on anybody. I'm just saying that he's been beat up almost every single game this year.
Yeah. And I mean,
So,
they still have Pollard is still a
oh yeah,
decent back. He's still a
yeah,
decent back, but Dak, I feel like, needs Elliott, though.
yeah,
He needs him. He needs
yep,
him. And if you look back, I know this is no note radio, but go look at the stats back when Dak didn't have Elliott, and
yeah,
tell me how many wins Dak had.
yeah. Because wins and losses are the most important stat for anybody. So
Yep.
for Concord loss with a 3.
Yep. He's goated.
All right, let's go to some of the comments. And of course, comments always brought to you by the Counseling Center at Sunrise Detox. Many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need mental health therapy or addiction detox, please don't hesitate to call 856-651-8117 and tell them A2D Radio sent you. Tell them.
Do it.
It's very, very important. Very important.
Yep.
Especially this time of the year when it's wintertime. You got the
Yeah.
seasonal.
Seasonal
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
You gotta start paying
Shorter
off Christmas
days, less
stuff.
daylight.
There's just so much things that a lot
Yeah.
of people are going through right now,
And it's the
and
end of the semester. The two of us.
yeah, yeah,
What's going on?
we got it.
Yeah,
We gonna need
there's no
some gummies
shaming.
after that.
Yeah. We got a lot of agrees in here. We do have some disagrees. I see Jake said disagree just because there was no expectations to start the season. I mean, I guess if you're saying that if you didn't have if you didn't expect them to do anything this year, which a lot of the fan base did, but the fact that they are in a way proving all of us wrong, and Sirianni is, I'm not even gonna say, I don't want to do hot take or anything, but he's coached a pretty damn good football team this year.
For what he has, he's
Yeah.
been a good coach.
5 wins out of a horrid defense when it comes to playing a competent quarterback.
Yep.
5 wins when it comes to his quarterback, where he's trying to do whatever he can to make sure he succeeds. And he found the recipe to success. It's running the football. It's getting 190 yards on the ground every single game.
Mhm.
And that opens up the field for guys like Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert, who
Yep.
were wide open on every single throw because
Oh,
of play
yeah.
action.
Yeah.
It starts with running the football.
Uh-huh.
Running between the tackles. You have probably one of the best / youngest offensive lines in football right now. Use them.
Mhm.
It's a lot easier as an offensive lineman if you're going forward as opposed to going back on your back foot every single time,
Mhm.
dropping back.
Yep.
7-foot drops in the pocket.
Yep.
Like, that sucks. No lineman wants to do that 70% of the time. They want to go downhill.
Yeah.
They want to beat people up, like Jordan Mailata,
Yeah.
who in my
Pancake.
opinion is the best left tackle in football right now. Best left tackle in football right now. And what did I say in the beginning of the year? He'll get a Pro Bowl.
I think he has a chance to get in a Pro Bowl, definitely.
Yep, and it'll be the first Pro Bowler since Carson Wentz. And he was a 7th round draft pick
Round draft pick.
who never played football in his life. And I can tell you one thing: Howie
Had
Roseman had nothing to do with that
nothing to
draft
do
pick.
with that.
So let's
That was
stop praising Howie Roseman.
definitely scouts. That was
Yeah.
definitely scouts and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still excited for this Eagles team. I feel like whether they win or lose, I do think that Jalen Hurts has earned his third year. I do not think we should go out and waste a pick on a quarterback. But we are the quarterback factory after all. Like I say each week, it's at the point to where it's a lock. I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback at all,
I hear what
but
you're saying.
I think he has a mentality for it, and there's just spots where he needs to get better. And each week he's been getting better. You know,
Yeah.
like besides that first week he went off, but then those weeks after it get a little weird. But then I feel like
Well,
he's back to it's just the throwing. It's honestly just the throwing. It's not the running.
and it's decision making out of the zone read options, because there's been plenty of times where he will read the tackle going towards whatever running back it is, Miles, Jordan, uh, Boston, whatever running back is in. He'll read the tackle, go towards them, and he will take it. And before Quez or Dallas or Jalen or Devontae, before any of them even have a shot to developing their route, he's already tucking the ball and running. He needs to get to the point where he can evolve to be able to be a true dual threat quarterback. And he's not at that yet. Now, his running is unbelievable. And it's honestly unbelievable in my eyes because he's not that fast. He's just very elusive.
He's not.
He's very quick.
He's a very agile guy, and he's
Yeah.
he's an athlete.
Yep.
He's an athlete.
I hear you.
And I'm excited. I want to see him grow more and more. And I know people are saying like, "Oh, he could be the next Russell." I mean, he can be, but that all depends on how you go about this offseason. I know you still have a lot more football to play, but just the throwing. If he gets a throwing on point, then he could be like what Russ Light. That's what he can be.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, our offensive line was great this week. I'm excited to just see like in a few years how these guys are gonna. I mean, obviously you'll lose Lane, you'll probably lose. Yeah, you'll lose Jason, Kelsey, Brooks.
I don't
Brooks
think
is
he'll.
probably
I
gone.
think Kelsey will play one more year.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he'll play one more year, especially
Yeah.
if they continue to play the way that they're playing right now and they have a first or second round exit in the playoffs. I think he'll definitely come back next year for at least one more time. So, and
Yeah.
speaking of,
just let him. I feel like Eagles just relax on him. Let him grow. Let him grow. If you don't win this offseason, or if you don't win this season, I don't think we should go all out blame on Jalen Hurts like some Eagles fans do. But if he does do no, Jimmy,
was that a shot at me? Because I've been
No.
criticizing Jonathan
I
Gannon
mean,
all year.
a little bit.
I've been
No,
criticizing
I have
Howie
two.
Roseman for 5
No,
years
I
now.
have two though.
I
I've
have
been
never
criticizing him too.
single-handedly put all of the blame on Jalen Hurts. I've always premised my criticism
No.
of Jalen Hurts on the roster that's been put around him,
No, I
especially on the
agree.
defensive side of the ball, and Jonathan Gannon, and of course
No.
Howie Roseman.
Yeah. But I was saying there's a lot of people out there that are thinking that the Eagles are not as good because of Jalen Hurts.
Well, I'm still looking for that
Compared to what
game-winning
we had
drive from him.
before,
I'm
which is
still looking at the
amazing.
game-winning drive from him.
I mean,
He's had one game-winning drive so far, and that was with the Panthers game where he started the ball
there
on the
really
25-yard line.
there hasn't been that many games. We either get blown out.
Yes, but why are we
We
getting
haven't
blown
really
out?
got blown out. Actually, no. We either blow teams out like we did the last 3 weeks?
Yes,
2
it's either
weeks?
yes.
So you're not.
I'm hearing you, but we blow teams out because of the perfect game plan, perfect execution. And then the other times we're getting blown out all the way up until the fourth quarter until garbage time starts up. And I was reading a tweet the other day that somebody sent me. It sent me a definition of garbage time. And he told me to, before I use garbage time again, please read this definition because you've been using garbage time wrong. No.
Was this the same guy as
Yeah.
the analyst? Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah. And I hate Twitter. I hate I hate responding to people because it's never going to get anywhere, and it just makes me upset. It gets me horribly mad.
It's like politics, honestly. It is politics when it comes to like sports almost.
Oh, definitely, especially in this city.
Yeah.
Because there's more Jalen Hurts fans than Philadelphia Eagles fans.
Yep.
Or there's more Carson Wentz fans than Philadelphia Eagles fans.
Yep.
I would like to say I'm a very straightforward Philadelphia Eagle fan. I'll say it for how I see it, and I'll say it for what I think is going to be best for the team. Those are always my takes. It is. I would love to see Carson Wentz and Nick Sirianni's offense right now. I would love it. But guess what? It's not going to happen. So there's no need to reminisce on it or talk about it. And Jalen's been doing very well over the past 2 weeks. It's the first 2-game stretch where he's actually played winning football, where he's contributed to the cause in a big way. The first time it's happened in 14
Let me
games.
ask you this question. Is he, from what you thought in the preseason, I know it's like midway through the season right now, but is he what is he expectation-wise? Like, do you think that, were you expecting less from him, more from him?
I mean, I was expecting a win against the 49ers in week 2 of the opener,
we
especially after the way he played in the Atlanta game. And that 49ers game, it may come back to haunt us. Because guess what?
Yeah.
The 49ers are ahead of us by half a game.
Yep.
And if you won that game at home, which you certainly could have, you put up 11 points. 11 points. And you had plays were left out there on the field. And yes, he doesn't play defense. And the defense did allow 2 monstrous time-consuming drives. 2 drives that lasted, I think, 19 minutes altogether? That led to 2 touchdowns. Final score 18-11. But plays were left out on that field where you could have won at home. And that game can kill us. It really could. I mean, I got that cup when he was.
You better put that damn comment on the screen.
I had that cup when he was an Eagle. I got it at the link when he was an Eagle. I got it the season where he led us to a 13-2 record.
Oh my god!
And we won our first Super Bowl ever, and we were actually a relevant team for the first time in 58 years. So it is what it is, Mr.
Oh man,
it is what it is. But we'll see who has a better career. We'll see if Hurts can win us the Super Bowl. That's just the bottom line.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. That was so funny.
Green Bean, I've been with you all year. Go back to our prediction show in August. Jordan Mailata, Pro Bowler, my bold take. I just don't understand why we as Eagle fans just can never just get along. I'll tell you straight up.
We're just too angry. We're too angry to get along.
They have tortured us for what? Almost 90 years now. They've been on the team since what? 1933. And he's won in 48, 60, and 2018. And we're probably one of the most passionate fan bases in football. Sure. So I guess that's why there's so much tension in the city when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. But
I feel like there is people out there that want Jalen Hurts to not succeed.
Yeah.
Like you said, like there is Jalen Hurts fans over Philadelphia fans.
Yeah, and there's definitely Carson Wentz fans over Philadelphia fans.
For sure.
Yeah, I got his jersey. And by the way, I've worn that jersey 3 times now this year. The Wentz Colts jersey, and we're 3-0 whenever I wear that jersey.
Yep.
So I'm going to keep wearing it because we're winning. You're welcome.
Oh Jesus!
It's all love, Mr. Wing. I feel it.
Oh yeah, Edwards had he did step up.
Oh yeah, that interception was insane. But then also that play in the end zone.
Yeah,
I know.
That was a good catch though.
It was a good catch, good throw.
And it was a good throw.
It's a very hard play to make because it's like full speed, full time, game time. It's tough, but
if he was also literally just standing still right in front of me, probably would have had another interception.
I don't know. It's hit or miss. We're talking about TJ Edwards here. But like if he's DeMario Davis or if he's Quan Alexander or Jordan Hicks in his prime, maybe. But
Khalil man.
But yeah. And Kayvon, the side should be the Eagles. It shouldn't be nobody else.
Yeah. We have there's a lot of people who have agendas out there.
There's a lot of agendas out there. Like I might as well get an agenda book with how many agendas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no question that this all starts with Howie, because we easily could have been in what 3 or 4 of our losses this year, but we've decided to neglect the defensive side of the ball for how many years now? I mean, the last first round defensive guy you drafted was Derek Barnett, and the last second round guy you drafted was Sidney Jones, and then before that was Jordan Hicks.
Yeah.
Like those are the last 3 top two round picks that you've had on the defensive side of the ball in I don't know how many years. 10?
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's not a recipe for success. And
No.
I'm hoping that the way that Sirianni is setting up this offense, the way that Jalen Hurts has been playing over the past 2 weeks, the way that just this football team has been clicking all together over the past 2-3 weeks, I hope that Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are smart enough to realize that you are a top 10 defense away from being a NFC East contender and possibly being an NFC contender.
I can see it.
If you sign another veteran receiver to replace Jalen Reagor, who sucks, and if you admit that you were wrong about Jalen Reagor and just cut him right now, then this city will be behind you, dude. Like, admit your mistake and go fix it, because you're obviously not going anywhere. Just admit it and fix it.
And that's why he kept JJ Ortega-Whiteside on the team, who did have a nice catch this week.
Oh my god,
he might make some moves.
You want to talk about an agenda? I have an agenda against JJ Ortega-Whiteside and Jalen Reagor.
I think all Philly fans do.
Nah, there's some guys that still love Jalen Reagor because it's the same draft as.
I don't hate Jalen Reagor. I hate Jalen Reagor. I do like him, but
sports wise, I hate him.
Yeah, the fact that he did what he did during the preseason when he looked like an absolute baller, jumping over people.
Yeah,
where is that?
It just.
I mean, it was Jalen Hurts throwing the ball. It was Jalen Hurts throwing the ball during the preseason.
Yeah. It just seems like he's unmotivated because I see him jogging through his routes every single time. It's like he's almost expecting that Jalen's going to either hand the ball off or Jalen's going to tuck it and go. Like that's what he's expecting every single time. So therefore he jogs out all of his routes, which I absolutely hate. Like, why?
Yeah. He doesn't look. No, he's just immature, honestly. And I feel like I wouldn't blame the fans at all for being rough on him, because at the end of the day, we say this every damn podcast. We talk about Jalen Reagor. And then Justin Jefferson, we always talk about we could have had him. And that's just living in his head rent free, I guess. I don't really know, but he's got to get over it. And you know what? The next person who we're going to get to, we're just talking nonsense. We're just talking nonsense right now, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Miles Sanders. We got to talk.
Dude, he had a good game. He's just got to work on the fumbles. Like it's that straightforward. Like, you had 16 carries for 93 yards, dude.
Yeah.
But you can't fumble the ball. And every time he does fumble the ball and it's a lost fumble, it kills us. It absolutely. And he's lucky that that Hurts had a great game. He's lucky that the defense shut it down for 3.5 quarters of the game.
Sure. And I just want to make a point real quick. A lot of, like, I commented on the A2D poll when Miles actually did like our post and responded to one of our family members, and he was like saying, "Oh yeah, talk your nonsense," but Tom was completely right about what he said about Miles.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are wanting us to go and re-sign him after this season. But I haven't seen much from Miles. I know, like, in the first couple weeks, like, we weren't running the ball for shit.
Yep.
But he is a good back and he's a good athlete. But I'm not paying him big money because
it's time to draft another running back.
What I've seen from him, he is not a top. I wouldn't even say he's a top 15 running back at the moment. I would say Jordan Howard's better than him right now, and that's
I mean, yeah, it's hard to argue. But then again, you see Miles, first game he comes back, he puts up 93 yards like a flash.
mhm.
Howard wasn't putting up 93 yards in the opportunities that he was getting. And it's a quiet 93 yards.
I mean,
Like, I hear everything you're saying, and I wouldn't resign him if we're
no.
being completely honest, because running back's the most disposable position in sports. It is.
Uh-huh.
It's time to go draft
Just like
another
the
running
center,
back. What?
just like the center, the NBA.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's why we will never win with a center leading us. And
Mhm.
sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but it'll never happen. What's up,
All right,
Pete?
you know what? I'm actually gonna reiterate what I just said. They complement each other very, very well.
Yo, Pete.
Miles Sanders, we see back in when we won the Super Bowl that year, we had Jay Ajayi, who was that bruiser, but can also give you that kind of Miles Sanders bit to him. But then you
Mhm.
had LeGarrette Blount, who was your Jordan Howard, and you have Kenny Gainwell, who's your Corey Clement, or Boston Scott, who is going to
Yeah.
go absolutely off this week because he's playing the Giants. But a
2
lot of
touchdowns.
people,
Lay it
but
down right now.
I don't get all the Miles stuff. I just don't get it. Like
Well,
a lot of people are overrating him.
yeah. I mean, you and I have been agree. This is the one thing we've been agreeing on for maybe months and a year now. That I love Miles and I love the explosive plays that he has.
Mhm.
But if you can't stay on the field for 14 games at least, 12,
Yeah.
14 games at least, and you're putting the ball on the ground at pivotal moments in the game,
Mhm.
dude, we might have to move on from you. It's just that
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
But then again,
Jimmy, if that fumble, like a lot of people are seeing, if the Eagles didn't win that game, there wouldn't have been that much positive energy towards Miles. You
oh,
know,
for sure, for
like a
sure.
lot of
But
people are being very fair weathered
yeah,
when it comes to Miles. You know,
yep. And Nitro, we'll be live reacting to. We'll probably do probably up until the start of the third quarter, and then we'll start live reacting to the Sixers game and get more in depth about the conversation. But yeah, Ben Simmons is a creep, total creep. There's no reason why he shouldn't have come on this trip. And
yeah.
at this point, it's just it.
No, you
He,
know what's funny? He probably did go on the trip and he stopped by Los Angeles. He's just, oh yeah, I'll play for you guys. Then next thing you know, where's Ben at? Oh, he's in
it's just
France,
unbelievable to think about, dude. It's unbelievable. We'll get more into it in a little bit, but
yeah.
it's just unbelievable to
It riles me up every time we talk about Ben. It's just
yeah.
the same story.
Um, Green Bean, one more wide receiver away from being an elite. Well,
I mean, we're
I would say we're a
two
corner,
linebackers.
safety, 2 linebackers away from being an elite team. Maybe 1 linebacker. If you have 1 stud
Oh yeah,
linebacker and then
yeah.
have Davion Taylor and Edwards rotate out depending on the down, depending on the situation, but you had that guy in the middle,
Uh-huh.
Logan Wilson,
Yeah,
uh, what's his name? Patrick Queen.
yeah.
But
And it sucks Jadavion Taylor got hurt because he wasn't having that bad of a stretch like
oh yeah.
the few games he was in.
Yeah, he just needs to stay on the field.
And honestly, I bet you Howie was like thinking he was the smartest person ever when
Oh yeah.
Jadavion was having a good game.
Yeah. Yeah. And this little Miles Sanders conversation will also segue us into Howie Roseman and how I think that we need to pump the brakes on awarding this man executive of the year again, because I've been hearing a lot of chatter about how, oh my God, the 2018 draft was just unbelievable. You saw that he extended Goddard, he extended Maddox, and he extended
Edwards just today.
Edwards today, who was
Who else?
18, and then who else was Mulata was 18 as well in the
Mulata,
seventh round.
Sweat.
Yeah, Sweat. That I don't think Mulata was, but Sweat was. I think
No,
Mulata was
we
19.
got Mulata. We locked him up for 4 years.
But
Wasn't it
yeah,
like 45 million or something like
yeah.
that?
So we're set. That's going to be an all-time steal. But you can't keep depending on re-signing these guys to team-friendly contracts and expect that all of them are going to pan out to be a Jordan Mailata.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like I love Dallas Goedert. I love that he's an Eagle. I love that we stole him from the Dallas Cowboys. Like his name's freaking Dallas for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But he was a lifelong Cowboy fan or whatever. But tight end in the NFL is almost as disposable as a running back.
Yeah. I mean, you can look at Dallas right now. Like
Dallas.
Dalton Schultz and
then Swain, and then
they got like 3 tight ends that are like literally the same player.
Yeah, he got hurt last year, and then that's when Dalton Schultz came in. But he's their other guy. That his name's escaping me right now. But yeah, and then you look at Zach Ertz right now, who everybody thought was washed. Guess what?
Yeah.
He's a top 5 tight end in the NFL right now still.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you look at Kittle, you look at Kelsey. Kelsey had an okay game this year, but Kelsey didn't have an outstanding year. He didn't have an elite year this year.
No. And I mean, like, none of these tight ends are having that great of years.
Jarwin, thank you.
But he's still considered the best, like Kelsey. Waller's having a little bit of an off year. Kittle, he's been doing all right.
Kittle been hurt, and then Kelsey's having an off year.
Injury riddled.
Debatably,
I'm not even a rapper either, but
jeez, that was cringe. That was cringe.
If Greg's watching, his name's what is it? Here, Kittle.
Yeah.
I just beat him by 70 points. Sorry, Greg.
It's all right. I got the best team in this league. I really do. And you want to know why that happened? Because of the trades I've made.
Who did you trade for?
I know I traded with you twice, right?
Yeah, I'm just being sarcastic.
And then you were shitting on me because I just traded Keenan Allen for Mike Williams and Gronk. Look at Gronk today. Look at Mike Williams putting up the same amount of points as Keenan Allen. I'm masterful.
You're Howie Roseman Jr.
This is me.
Right.
This is me looking for a clue whenever I'm looking for trades in any of my leagues.
Gosh.
Because I'm like that. 157 points this week.
Saquon. I don't know. If Saquon comes back and stays healthy, you might have a little bit of a shot to make the second round, I guess. Behind me. Pause. But nah, yeah, like it's. I don't know what they're gonna do. I can't even think straight. But I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't even know what to say about it anymore because it's really I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't really predict what's gonna happen because we can see a collapse.
Well, here's the thing. They haven't even struggled against a subpar quarterback, and we all see what Daniel Jones is. They haven't even struggled on the defensive side of the ball. And you know damn well we're going to take over East Rutherford. We're going to take over East Rutherford 2 weeks in a row. Giants and Jets. So,
what about Taylor Heineke?
You know how I feel about Taylor Heineke.
Is he still better than Jalen Hurts? Like you said?
I don't want to be attacked on the platform.
Oh, you know the answer, folks.
I plead the fifth. The guys almost beat Tom Brady in a playoff game and then came back the next season and whipped him.
Yeah.
And then he goes down to Carolina in a must-win game and he pulls out another victory.
Yeah.
How many game-winning drives does Taylor Heineke have?
Carolina isn't that good.
They have a pretty damn good defense. Top 10, top 8 defense. And then they have a rejuvenated Cam where there's no film on him.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke has some balls. You know what Taylor Heineke uses?
What is he?
We all know what Taylor Heineke uses. Taylor Heineke uses Manscaped.
He does.
You can be just like Taylor Heineke.
Oh, he does.
You really can just be like Taylor Heineke. Use that promo code A2D at manscaped.com. You get 20% off your order at manscaped.com today with the promo code A2D. Unlock your confidence and use all the right tools for the job. Manscaped.com. Be like Taylor Heineke. Beat the
Great
goat.
segue.
Beat the goat.
Yep. Does Gardner Minshew use Manscaped, or do you think he just?
Oh,
lets
100%.
Okay.
Nah,
I'm just making
Manscaped uses Gardner Minshew.
sure. Yeah. Great.
Minshew time, baby. Minshew time.
Yes, sir. Go get your merch.
Yeah. Get your merch at phillydrinkers.com. That's where you can get all these cool t-shirts.
This is where I got this shirt.
Yeah.
That's where I got this one.
Yep.
So
Where is it?
Shit.
phillydrinkers.com. You can get all your A2D merchandise. Yeah, just check them out. They got Nike Dry Fit, and you could also win free A2D merchandise if you sign up and become a member. $9.99 a month. Perks include appearances on the shows, giveaways, member-only streams, shout-outs, weekly sports picks from Money Pot Podcast, Nate Moss, and Willie Vegas. They will win you your money back. They're not going to win every time, but there's a great percentage of the time where they do win. They do win. So check them out. Check us out. Become a member today. All right. But yeah, when it comes to Taylor Heineke versus Jalen Hurts, we'll find out.
Yeah.
They'll be playing each other.
I mean, yeah, it will really come down to those games. We'll see.
I'm not going to answer that question until this season ends, because I would say you have to win both games against the Redskins. So we'll see what happens with that. We will see what happens with that. Let's get to our predictions for next week. What's up, Tom? Yeah, we're good. We're about to segue into some Sixers talk. We're just going to give some predictions for Eagles versus Giants this week, and I don't know. I want to hear your predictions first, and then I'll build off of yours.
Given what I'm seeing right now from the Giants, they're just getting absolutely dismantled. And it's I can't say I didn't expect it.
Guess who didn't get dismantled by the Buccaneers?
Who?
Taylor Heineke.
But yeah, I think this is where we'll see who we really are, our true identity. And I know you could disagree to that and say you're going against Daniel Jones, blah blah blah. But an NFC East battle it's always going to be a battle every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's rarely ever blowouts. They're usually always very close games.
I'm sensing a blowout.
A blowout win or loss?
Win. If we get blown out by Daniel Jones, you cut Jalen Hurts on the spot.
You know who I am. I'm Mr. Pessimist, so I don't know. I do think they'll win, though. And the Eagles' run defense has been looking better each week.
Oh, yeah. They've actually looked stout. Like, I'm getting to the point now where I'm not hitting the over on every single starting running back.
No. We stopped that after Swift? Kind of.
Yeah. And I don't even think Swift had an explosive game against us. We shut him down.
I think he had receiving yards though.
And I know Ingram broke through a few times, but
but they were kind of pointless,
Yeah.
Like there were some plays, but honestly, I'm happy with that. But if Alvin Kamara was in the game, would have that been a different situation?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really know, because when you're playing complementary football, when your offense is running the football, keeping your defense off the field, setting up play action for your quarterback, and you're getting all this confidence on the offensive side of the ball, and you're keeping your defense off the field, so they're more preserved, more times to go 150 yards or 150 miles per hour. Complementary football is going to win you football games. So
Yep. But I do think I'm going to give my prediction. I think we're going to win this one. I'm going to say 30-10. I'm going to say right what it is with the Bucs right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a blowout.
Yeah. But it could go either way. I think it could be a close game also. I don't know. It really just depends on this is a away game or home game? I forget.
Away.
East
Rutherford.
It's in New Jersey. Why not? Will give us the win
in our home state.
Yep.
It's like, nah, I'm a Northeast Philly kid, born and raised, just moved out here. Fuck. Yeah, the Giants stink. Daniel Jones stinks.
30-10. Jalen Hurts is going to have 2 thrown touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown.
Oh, okay. So he's actually going to throw the football this week?
Yep, he will. Dallas Goedert will have 1. I'm going to say Smith has 1.
Okay. The only 2 guys he throws it to?
Yeah. And
Is that gonna win us any playoff games?
The only thing about that is they have what are those 2? They have 2 younger dudes that are pretty good. Is it McKinley?
Yeah, their
And
linebacker.
what's the other guy's name? Bradbury, James Bradbury.
Yeah, McKinley,
They
the
do have-
linebacker,
they do-
and then corner is Bradbury. But
Yeah.
you saw Devontae Smith was getting open against Marshall Lattimore.
Yeah, and
So.
did you see the video of him getting picked up?
Yeah, that
his,
was
little
dude.
brother.
I don't like the Saints.
No,
I feel like they're just a disrespectful football team.
Yeah,
Like they're not that good, and they're like disrespectful. Like how can you be a bad football team and be disrespectful to your opponents?
yeah.
Acting like
It all started back in 2019 when they were singing Meek Mill in the locker room after that win.
Well,
It all started when I heard that what's the coach's name? Payton?
Yeah, it's Bountygate. It's the culture in that locker room.
He's Tom Brady. He's a scum.
Yeah.
Thinking he's a soccer player or something. I do agree that that's just one of the teams I just can't stand.
Yeah, I don't like them at all. Not even a little bit. And it's weird because I loved Breeze. Like I loved Breeze as quarterback his whole career. But I don't know. I hate Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, question, Jimmy, is Jalen Hurts better than Taysom Hill?
Yes.
All right, I'm just making sure.
And I'm only saying that because Taysom Hill hasn't been starting over Trevor Siemian.
They just gave him a really big contract, like
big
$40 million the next 4 years.
It's 4 years, $40 million guaranteed, and that's a lot of fucking money for a gadget player. $10 million a year.
Did he even play against the Eagles?
No, he was hurt. He had a Hollywood
he's hurt?
I think. Yeah.
Oh, shit! I didn't see that.
Furkan. Every time I look up, Furkan Korkmaz misses a 3. Furkan. I got 49-47, 2:52 left in the second because Hulu has delayed live sports. But I don't know about that Taysom Hill deal. He could possibly get $90 million if he ends up starting quarterback for that.
Quarterback, yeah. And honestly, why would you do that if you're the Saints? Why not just lose the fuck out and then just get a quarterback?
Draft one of those quarterbacks, yeah. But
I mean, this draft this year for quarterbacks isn't that great. I mean, with the exception of Matt Corral,
yeah. I mean, you got some guys. You got Sam Howell. You got
Carson Strong. I feel like Matt Corral's on his own level.
Yeah. I don't know.
No?
I don't know. All I know is if we draft a first-round quarterback, I'm officially moving to Indianapolis.
We won't. We will not.
Clip that.
Yeah, I really don't.
But
no, because you know how he wants to see that he was always right. So
yeah,
by doing what he did. So I don't know.
And another more Saints hate. Not to mention how they were hating on us, and we're not even in their division, saying that we didn't deserve our Super Bowl, and how if they got past the Vikings, they would have won it. Yeah.
Yeah. No way.
They're just sore losers. They're crybabies.
It's absolutely so amusing. That no call against the Rams. I was just laughing. I was like, nah, that looked like a clean play to me. What?
This is hilarious. Clayton Thorson or Trace McSorley? Clayton Thorson. What a blast from the past he is.
Wait, is that Trace McSorley? No, yeah. That's not. Is it? Who's his? No,
that's he's a Saints fan. That's Kenny Stills.
I can't.
What the hell? It's Kenny Stills.
I'm looking at it from like far away. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought it was Tom Brady for a second.
Oh, Ethan, don't get me started on Shake Milton.
Oh, don't yeah.
I I think I hate Shake Milton
This
more
is
than I
a
hate Ben
Shake Milton
Simmons.
slander show.
Like
This is a Shake Milton slander hour.
he's just well, that was a good defensive play by him. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Kenny Stills, yeah.
Yeah, pepper truck, my fault.
Yeah, I got 52-50, minute 39. See, these are the lineups that if I see come playoff time in the second round, that's a fireable offense by Doc Rivers. Because I'm not saying he will, but the past shows that he will put a rotation out there in playoffs, second quarter to close out a half. He will throw out Matisse Thybulle, Shake Milton, Furkan, Georges Niang, and Andre Drummond. You just can't have that. You can't have that if you want to try and to compete for a title. You cannot have that. I know they're hurt right now.
Out of all those guys you just said, I can see Niang.
And then maybe Matisse because he's going to be a defensive threat. But there's no Shake Milton and Furkan Korkmaz has no business being in a regular playoff rotation. No business whatsoever.
It's Furkan though. It's Furky Jerky. Come on.
And no comment. I was about to say something, but then I realized I'm about to be a teacher, so I can't say anything that might get me canceled.
Furkan Korkmaz cancels a
I can't stand him.
Host.
Like, yeah, I love that he's making all these threes in the beginning of the season, but I can't have Furkan Korkmaz shoot us out of games. I can't. I can't have it. And I've seen it way too many times. And Shake Milton makes a layup.
I guess we just keep talking about him until like Furk and Shake both have 30.
Catch the ball, Niang.
I don't know, Pepper Truck. You guys are missing
Slant boy.
Your slant boy, yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys are pretty much done if we're being totally honest. You're spending way too much money on Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, and I love Kamara.
MT, who's not going to play.
Michael Thomas, and you have no quarterback. Your offensive line's getting old.
Winston
Armstead
is
and
not
Ramczyk.
a quarterback for the future for that team. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
hell no. Oh.
I hope that people don't think that.
Like, yeah, their defense is okay, but you guys
They're
are
getting
putting
old.
way too
They're
much.
getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're putting way, way too much money in guys that look, I will always stand by the point that you should never pay a running back top-notch money. Ever. Because they're going to be done in 5-6 years. Year 2 into that extension, who knows what's going to happen? Running back's a very demanding position to play.
And look at Saquon. Just look at Saquon.
And then you look at all the top-notch running backs right now. Jonathan Taylor, what, second year? Third year?
Yep. Second. Yep.
Like all the top Nick Chubb, third year?
Third, yep.
Who else? Derrick Henry, fourth year? Fifth year?
He's been in the league for longer than that.
I think it's only the fourth year, dude.
5 years or 6 years.
All right, he might be an exception, but then again, look, he gets hurt. I don't think he got paid yet, though.
Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'll look it up. Fact check. Dude, you're telling us. It takes a lot of mental toughness and dedication to be an Eagles fan. You got to fight with your own people.
Yeah.
On a day-to-day basis. So it's tough. It's absolutely tough.
Derrick Henry signed a 4-year, $50 million deal in 2020.
What?
Yeah.
And Taysom Hill just signed a 4-year, $40 million deal?
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is what you call a team-friendly deal.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, when it comes to paying running backs, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in drafting running backs in the high first round. Maybe
Unless they're generational. Like what was Najee Harris? He was drafted in the first round, wasn't he? Like late 20s?
yes. Yes. But that's also because of how deep that draft was in the beginning, I believe, honestly.
Like quarterback wise, there's a lot of teams that needed a quarterback. So
Well, yeah. And then you also look at CMC, who was, I think, 21st. And then Dalvin Cook was early second. But yeah, Dalvin Cook, he's in his 4th year now, 5th.
Yeah.
Running backs
I mean,
primes are.
Saquon was the only running back since I think was Zeke drafted? Was he
Yeah,
drafted
Zeke
top
was
5?
4th. Zeke was the
Yeah,
same year as
Wentz.
Wentz. Yeah.
Yep.
And Dak.
Yeah.
So, and that was 2017.
Wow, that was a hell of a draft for the Cowboys. Even though it didn't get them diddly squat,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
still
I'm sick of all the Cowboy praise. I'm actually getting pretty sick of it. It'd be our own people.
Nah, man, no, honestly, is Jerry Jones better than Howie?
I mean, right now, it seems like he's built up a pretty solid defense, and he has all the weapons in the world, and he has an above average offensive line. So,
Yeah,
Greg.
I'm not praising him whatsoever. And Ma, if you're in here, that's 2 losses, buddy.
Oh yeah,
That's
he
2
hasn't been
losses.
back.
Oh, he
I
was
haven't.
in earlier.
Oh, he was.
I actually I don't know.
I don't know.
thought I saw him.
J-Love, I agree with that. I need to see him become a pass first quarterback before I could name him a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Greg, Mr. Pessimistic as always. What's up, fellas? I hashtag disagree to the poll because I still think they make the playoffs. I still don't think they make the playoffs. LOL. We'll find a way to blow it. See, I totally disagree because what in these first 11 weeks have they shown you to tell you that they play poorly against horrible quarterbacks? Because every time they play a team with a horrible quarterback, the defense looks like the 85 Bears. And with the way this offense is trending, it seems like Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman are staying the fuck away from football operations because they're running the ball at an alarming rate and getting damn near 200 yards a game. So if you keep up that pace where you're staying on the football field and the way it looks like we're going to be playing very mid to below mid quarterbacks for the rest of the year. And I don't care what anybody says. Dak Prescott is looking mid right now. He is.
Yeah.
He needs perfection around him to succeed.
And Jimmy, this can go really either way. The Eagles for the Eagles defense. I know you're not going to be playing an elite quarterback and what you think what Dak Prescott is, that's what it is, but I agree with you. But it can go either way. They can win all these games and then go in and get absolutely slapped by Matt Stafford or literally any other elite quarterback in the wild card, but or they can take something off those wins and just ride on your high horse and just get it done.
And
You
you've
know what I
seen what
mean?
they
Like,
did on the road too. You've seen what we've been doing on the road.
Yep.
Dude, I have all the confidence in the world that we could definitely make the playoffs. A, and B, if it's the Cowboys, you beat the Cowboys in week 18, and then the very next week you turn around and play them again in Dallas. You're not going to get embarrassed the way you did in week 3.
No, that would be a dogfight.
And I think Dak Prescott's a choke artist. I think the whole Cowboys organization are choke artists.
Yeah. They have the on paper they had the best offensive team this season.
Yeah, and there's been way
And
too
you only
many
put
times.
9 points up against the Chiefs.
And you put up a flat out 0 piece against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
We just put up 33.
And then they like try to make it like the garbage time.
Yeah.
Hopefully the analyst doesn't come in here. The garbage time points, all those. Yeah,
Do you want me to read you the definition that he sent me?
Why not?
I
kind of want to hear it
all right.
because I'm wondering. I might be wrong all these times about garbage time.
Dude, it was unfreaking believable that these people are just, oh, if you look at his stats, it shows you that he's been playing better than what Aaron Rodgers did in his 17th NFL start. Shut up. Like, watch it with your eyes. All right, where is it? All right. So he says, I understand you are just looking for clues and signs that let you know what kind of QB Jalen Hurts. And this was what, 3 weeks ago now. So I just opened. This is how you know how bad I am at Twitter. This happened 3 weeks ago. Kind of quarterback was drafted. I also did my own research on the meaning of garbage time and was not surprised on how many people don't know the real meaning. This can also help you in the future. Garbage time definition: being in a game where it doesn't matter what you do because you and the team don't have enough time and/or can't score enough points to win the game. Not being able to get the score within 8 points or lower. Garbage time title is gone the moment a team is within one score because winning is possible. So let me get this straight. It's not garbage time when you are losing 33-10 with 11 minutes left in the football game. And you happen to
It's
put
when
up.
the defense plays soft zone when there's 10 minutes left in the game, like the Broncos did. They
Okay.
were playing soft zone with like 5 minutes to go in the third quarter and then on. And they still had a few sacks on. So
Dude, I don't know, dude. But these are the type of people that I question their football knowledge. Like, why? Why are you telling me this right now? Just watch the games. Watch the game once, and then if you're feeling like a nerd, watch it again.
yeah.
Like, I'm a nerd. I watch it twice,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I know what garbage time is. It's when
Yeah.
you're down 33-10 with 11 minutes left, and you start running the football down the field as the quarterback because nobody has a spy on you because they're just guarding the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what garbage time is.
Mm-hmm.
Morons. I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
Yep. No, you're right, man. All right, so who are your key players to this game against the
Dude, I
Giants?
didn't even give my
Oh, you
score.
didn't even say your prediction yet. What's the score gonna be?
I'm thinking 38-9. I think it's gonna be an absolute blowout, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was just watching the Giants tonight. The Buccaneers were getting home with 3 guys without Vita Vea.
Yeah.
They were killing Daniel Jones with a 3-man rush. Now I hope that Gannon doesn't send 3 all game, and if Daniel Jones starts to figure that out and your 3 guys can't get to him, then I hope you start sending Alex Singleton down the A gap every single time,
Yeah.
or Avonte Maddox off the outside
Yeah, I
tackle
did
every
like
single
that by
time.
Maddox. That was I think the first time they've done that actually this season. That's one of the
Yeah.
first times I've seen a corner blitz or safety blitz,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, I'm saying we win by at least 30, just
Mhm.
because of what we've seen from the Philadelphia Eagles this year playing against horrible quarterbacks. They've
Mhm.
absolutely just shit on horrible quarterbacks this year.
Mhm.
And it's not that hard. Run the football down their throats and put pressure on the bad quarterback in
Yep.
Daniel Jones.
Yep.
I want to see Mike Lennon in the fourth quarter during garbage time. I guess that would be considered garbage time, right?
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to come back unless you're
Yeah.
only up by 8 or whatever. Shut up. What up, Troy?
I want to see Minshew in. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I want for
they're
Thanksgiving.
not gonna let him throw the football because they don't want to stir up any
Yeah, I don't know
controversy.
why. Because then
So,
everyone starts saying start Minshew.
yeah, Ethan, I totally agree. Thanksgiving NFL is just, even though the games are going to be slop, I think
Oh yeah, the games this week are not good at all.
it's Bears and Lions. I got the Lions covering on that.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say the Lions win that game.
Yeah, I got
I'm gonna say the Lions win.
the Lions at least covering,
Yeah,
but that might be an outright piece. And
and
then
I think it has to be in Chicago, right?
no, it's always in Detroit.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's always in Detroit and it's always in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then if you look at the Cowboys game, it's going to be Oakland at Dallas. And I think they're giving Oakland 7 points right now. Dude.
Ooh, I think
It might be an outright piece for Oakland, but I think Vegas is definitely covering.
yeah,
100% covering.
I think so too. I think Renfro's gonna have a big game, and I think they're. I don't know though, because I feel like even though the Cowboys did lose, they still only gave up 20, like 19 points from one of the best offenses
Mhm.
in the league. But I don't know.
Damn. Tyrese Maxey's so good, dude. 55-52 at halftime. But Troy, I think Howard's doubtful right now.
I think he's 1 to 2 weeks. He's not. He's very. I don't think he'll play.
Mhm.
And I don't necessarily think that you'll need him, but because Boston Scott is the owner of the Giants, but I don't necessarily think that he's a must-have. You know,
Mhm.
our best running back.
Yeah. Our best running back just put up 93 yards.
At Miles.
Quiet 93 yards, by the way. And I'm not a Miles. I'm definitely not a Miles.
Ben's
Sanders.
just saying that in case
Apologize.
Miles gets on here and starts talking.
Yeah, I'm afraid of Miles Sanders. That's what it is. You got me.
Saquon Barkley thrift shop.
Yeah, when it comes to Cowboys, I just don't think they're that good. I think I'm just waiting for them to, in the words of Max Kellerman, I'm waiting for them to fall off the cliff. I
Yeah.
am.
They
It's
do
gonna
every
happen.
year.
It's
They
gonna
do
happen.
every year. Yep.
So,
And their injuries are piling up. So, like we said earlier, it's if they lose, it's gonna be interesting.
yeah. Former President Donald Trump, his take on his beloved Cowboys. I really,
Yeah, it's almost every year that the football team is always trying to ruin someone's we were playing spoilers last season just by losing on purpose, but I feel like they're always winning to make sure that no other NFC East team gets in the playoffs.
yeah. Jordan, don't overthink it. This is not going to be a trap game. Daniel Jones sucks.
The real
And
trap game is going to be against the Jets because the Jets have beaten good teams
I
that slept on them.
somewhat agree on that. Although they're not going to have Michael Carter in the game. So that's
No,
going to be a
well,
huge
no.
loss for them.
Maybe
But
Frank Gore will come back. Like I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe they'll sign Frank Gore.
the one thing that this defense has that they haven't had over the past few years is they have a lockdown man-to-man corner in Darius Slay, and they have a guy on the other end in Steven Nelson who's competent. They haven't had that since Lito and Sheldon.
Mm.
So the strength of that Jets offense is their receivers: Elijah Moore, Jamison Crowder, Corey Davis, like all those guys.
Nope.
They have all those guys, and that's the main guys on their offense, especially with Michael Carter out.
If they get to him, it's gonna be a blowout because their offensive line isn't that great.
Well, yeah, and you don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. Is it going to be
Yeah.
Joe Flacco?
I hope not.
We better put a field day against Joe Flacco.
I don't want to go against Joe Flacco. I don't want to hurt him.
What? Are you
So
going to
we can get our
retire his
pick.
number in Philly?
So we can get our pick.
Yeah. Mark, I agree, but he was sending a lot of people on yesterday. So
They were saying that on the during the game. He has the smallest play sheet
yeah,
of all the coaches they've ever seen.
accident waiting to happen.
Yep.
Who's the bigger accident waiting to happen? Miles Sanders inside the 15 or the Dallas Cowboys?
I don't know, or me sitting at a traffic red light.
Yeah, send your prayers out to Evan. He got a little bit of whiplash.
It's all right. It's spinal.
In all seriousness, I hope you feel better.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Troy H. Yo, imagine Joe Flacco beats us. It's not going to happen. We could call that a trap game all you want. Holy shit. Shake Milton's 4 for 5 from the field and 2 for 3 from 3.
Dude, Jake Millen's just going to keep going on. Just keep talking about him.
It's also the Kings who have 10 people in attendance.
There you go. That's exactly what we need. That's exactly what we need. This man is going to score 30.
I totally agree with this comment, Red Sand. Smash mouth fucking football, dude. That's what that's what we're doing.
Yep.
And if Gangrene can come out against competent quarterbacks, we're winning the Super Bowl.
Wait, is Hargrave hurt?
No, he's in. He's good.
I have not heard his name in literally since like the second game of the season. Have you?
He's been there. He's been double teamed a lot. It's been opening up holes for the other guys.
It's the same with him and Cox. They're both getting double teamed.
Yeah.
And the tight end's getting double teamed too. Or the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The safeties are pretty bad. Although Anthony Harris had a great game yesterday. I think Rodney McLeod, I love Rodney, but he's just had way too many torn ACLs.
Oh, yeah. His knees are wow.
Is it me or that whenever we play the Sacramento Kings, Rashawn Holmes just absolutely destroys us?
The only time I remember Rashawn Holmes getting dunked on by Embiid, like his first season at
Yeah.
And it was at the Wells Fargo, so everyone's going wild. This is a family-oriented podcast, right? We are not.
Got to keep it
able
at
to
least
show
PG-13.
That's funny as hell.
Actually, no. If you're offended, unfollow. That's the motto, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely in the
Offended,
A2D
unfollow.
bio.
Yep.
All right. I'll give you my breakouts for the game this coming week. Miles, I think he's going to have over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. And on the defensive side of the ball, give me another pick from Defensive Player of the Year, Big Play Slay. And guess what? This is us giving credit to Big Play Slay. Darius Slay. This is us giving credit. When he plays bad, we criticize. We're allowed to do that.
Yep.
I know it's 2021 and everybody has their feelings shaking like a freaking bottle of water, but and at the end of the day, they might listen to us, they may not. It seems like they listen to us all the time with all the responses that we've been getting from them. But if you get criticized, it should make you want to go out and be better. And that's exactly what Slay's doing. Yeah. He had a very average season for us last year, and he had very average games this year. Only a handful of them, but the rest of the games he's been absolutely balling. So,
Tom,
like, it's okay to praise your players, and then it's okay to criticize your players, because criticism should only make guys better. And if it doesn't make them better and it gets them butthurt, then just call him Jalen Reagor or call him JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Yep.
Or call him Ben Simmons.
The list goes on. You know, I've really never heard any drama from like the Flyers. I know we're not really going to get into too much Flyers. We might a little bit later. There's not too much to talk about because they are the red-headed stepchild or the orange-headed stepchild. But
I remember that one time
we never heard any
when Jake freaked out on that media member.
Yeah, that was about it. What do you call him?
It sucked.
You're a rat.
A little weasel. A little weasel. That is, I've picked my head up and watched the Sixers about 7 times on defense now, and Rashawn Holmes has 4 alley-oop dunks from Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh my god.
They can't defend the pick and roll.
No. And then it's just like Drummond, he's just not quick at all.
Yeah. I mean,
so Rashawn Holmes
he's still probably a top 10 center in the NBA, though.
Think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe 10. Maybe 10.
I mean, who are the 10 centers that are better than him? You got Embiid, Jokic, Adebayo,
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy, Ayton, Cat.
Yep.
What is that? 7?
Yeah, it's 7.
And
Would
then
you still say Vucevic?
Vucevic, yeah. I mean, debatably top 10. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think
Top
think-
this and top that players don't win you championships usually, unless you have the top 10 point guard. Ben Simmons is the top 10 point guard. Would you say?
Ben Simmons isn't playing basketball right now.
Would you put Tyrese Maxey in the top 10?
Top 10.
Top 10 point guards right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I haven't watched enough NBA to answer that question, to be honest. Like, I absolutely hate the NBA. I only love the Sixers. But the way he's playing, I think it's getting to the point where he's untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way in hell I trade him for Damian Lillard right now.
No.
Even if it means being able to get rid of Ben Simmons. I'm not trading Tyrese Maxey for basically anybody right now.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that he is top 10. I was just trying to see some opinions. But
Yeah,
he is making noise, though. He is making noise.
he's definitely making noise. ESPN website's starting to recognize him. I saw it on one of their headlines.
Yeah.
But what is he? He's averaging what? 20 points a game, 6
Around
assists,
that,
4
yeah.
rebounds,
Yeah.
a steal a game, keeping the turnovers down. Georgie's with a great 3 right there.
Yeah.
Got 68-64, 7 minutes to go.
Is it the 4th already?
I mean, 7 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Oh. I haven't been watching, to be honest.
Jesus.
But yeah, like, and he
Kings
has
can't
so
miss.
much development in front of him. Like, he can really only get better. You know?
Yeah. Dude, I see AI in him. I really see he's a smaller AI
Yep.
as he misses a floater.
All right, back to football real quick. I want to ask you a question because I was thinking about it all day long. Mid-season, who is the MVP right now of the NFL? Because one, if Jonathan Taylor keeps doing his thing, he might have a case for it.
Oh, he definitely has a case.
But you know that running backs rarely ever win MVP.
Well, I don't think there's a quarterback running away with it. Josh Allen obviously lost that.
Yep. Against Jacksonville, against Josh Allen.
Josh Allen took out Josh Allen's chances at MVP.
Aaron Rodgers, maybe?
Aaron Rodgers can be up there, yes. But he's had 2 weeks in a row where yesterday he went absolutely bonkers. But in the beginning of the game, he was struggling a little bit. But he had he ended up having a career day. Still lost to Kirk Cousins.
He's the only quarterback that has been without the COVID thing, whatever that was. He's been the most consistent quarterback.
Yeah, I would say so. But if Jonathan Taylor and the Colts can get into the playoffs, I don't see how you couldn't give it to Jonathan Taylor. Because Jonathan Taylor's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
Out of his mind.
I don't hate Rodgers. I don't hate Rodgers. And I'll give respect when respect is due. But the quarterbacks in this league have been so inconsistent this season. Like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's out of that discussion.
Tom Brady, he was looking good the first few weeks, but then he started throwing like 2 interceptions in one quarter against a what would you say, bottom 5 defense now for Washington?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's weird because Washington had one of the best. And they just lost Chase Young, which is not going to help their case.
Yep. You look at Kyler. If Kyler didn't get hurt, he'd probably be the front runner, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
Stafford's not going to get it.
See, every single one of them. Lamar has to be up there a little bit.
Lamar maybe. I mean, you see how bad their offense looked yesterday.
Yeah. So
But then
it
again,
might
he
be the
also
year of the running back, honestly.
yeah,
This
and
might be
then
a year that a running back wins it.
Lamar
Eckler is
also
also having a great year too.
who was
I
it?
feel like no one's giving him enough credit. Austin Eckler.
Oh, Eckler. Yeah, but he definitely would not be
No.
talk.
No. So, like, there's not really I really couldn't do a top 5 list of NFL quarterbacks right now. I couldn't.
Top
I
5
could at
list.
the beginning of the
Oh,
year.
I love giving top 5 lists of quarterbacks. Went to a winner
Right now.
in my dreams, J Love. In my dreams.
Yeah.
All right. I got Sixers 68, 67,
Oh,
6.
there goes Rashawn Holmes
What are you at?
in the locker room. Oh, I'm at 68, 67, 702.
Okay. I'm
I won't
68,
spoil it. I'm just
67,
gonna watch.
647. I got Hulu has delayed live sports. If anybody else feels my pain.
Wait, is one of the
Matisse?
Morris twins on the Kings?
No.
Who the hell was that? I'm bugging. I don't know.
Is that Tristan Thompson?
Oh, that's what it was. What am I saying? Yeah, it was Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson's a king?
Yeah.
What the hell? Uh,
Oh, Giants fan.
1901.
Holy
Loyal
Italian.
Giants.
Holy Italian name.
Yeah. And I have finally given up. This will be the last day I ever support this team. My family and I had a party tonight, and now we're embarrassed in front of the company. My kids are crying because my dad is crying. Enough is enough. I am done. Dude, I would say I feel for you, but you're a Giants fan. And I know the second that you guys
1901.
become a little bit relevant, you'll start rubbing it in our faces. So,
They were
honestly,
a fan since before the NFL was created.
yeah.
Good to hear. 1901, baby.
Yeah. I really have no sympathy for you. I'm sorry, dude. Shout out to Italy, though.
Yeah. Yep. Al dente.
Yeah.
Al dente.
But yeah, we got a shorthanded Sixers team tonight. They're keeping it close with the Kings at Sacramento. Sacramento isn't missing anybody right now. They got Hield, Halliburton, Fox, Holmes, Barnes. They got all those guys, and then you got Sixers who are shorthanded. No Joe,
Yep.
no Tobias, no Seth, no Danny, no obviously no Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And
I knew
the
that was
King,
oh wow, I knew that was a meme, bro. I knew it. As soon as I saw 1902 or 1901.
dude, I thought it was just a typo. Troy, what is your obsession with J.R. Smith?
J.R. Smith.
You
Who's he
say
even
it every
playing for?
single
Is he
show.
playing for like a Chinese team right now or something?
No, he's playing in for a college. He's a Division I golfer.
Oh yeah, that's what he's doing.
I think
He's been all over.
a college in North
like,
Carolina.
He's like the closest thing to Dennis Rodman we have of this NBA's generation.
What do you mean by that?
Not play style, but just attitude. Just like wacky. He's a whack job.
Yeah.
He threw soup at someone, Jimmy. He threw soup at somebody.
Yeah, that's
Like
an
a couple
all-time
years ago,
scumbag
he threw
move.
soup at somebody.
Yeah, they're missing the entire starting lineup right now.
Yeah.
And this brings me to the point where, yeah, you're in this game, but we also got to look at it this way. It's November 22nd. I don't want any of these games pointing Doc in the wrong direction, because we could blame the loss against the Atlanta Hawks, Game 7, Game 6, Game 4, Game 5. We could blame that whole series on Ben Simmons. And hey, it's true. We were playing 4-on-5 basketball every single fourth quarter on the offensive side of the ball. We were. I'll give you that. But when we talk about first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, the hockey line changes that included Furkan Korkmaz, Shake Milton. I mean, I love Matisse, but Matisse is a one-way player still.
Yeah.
and you were
Yeah,
playing
he's
Mike
got-
Scott at points. You were playing Dwight Howard, who was almost unplayable because he'd get 4 fouls every 8 minutes.
Yep.
We can't have these hockey line changes come playoff time. Shake
Mhm.
Milton should not be seeing the floor come playoff time. Furkan Korkmaz should not see the floor on a regular basis come playoff time. Unless
Yep.
you need a spark, unless the offense is completely dead, and you could put him in the game for a 5 to 8 minute stretch and see if he gets hot. That is the only time Furkan Korkmaz should see the floor come playoff time. And when it comes to the trade deadline this year, I know last year I was being heavily criticized because I wanted us to try and go get Kyle Lowry or a significant name off the bench. I didn't want George Hill. I didn't want some crumb bum.
Yeah.
I wanted
But we
to
got
get a legitimate piece for the bench.
Yeah.
And that is
We
what
were
we
talking-
need if we
dude,
want to
we were-
compete this year.
That when we did our that wasn't with A2D when we were doing. Oh no, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was
in the
okay.
beginning.
So that was we were on like that. Those few weeks we were on about the trade deadline. We were all
We
in
didn't
on
do
that,
enough.
and we didn't do shit. We talked about all for like weeks and weeks, and we literally got George Hill.
Yep.
Doc is definitely overrated. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Doc, look, in the order of.
He got carried for a championship.
Oh, yeah.
He had
for
the
sure.
best roster.
And then he is known for choking away game sevens. And you can blame that all on your players. But it comes to a time when you choke away game 7 after game 7 after game 7, then it comes to the point where you got to look at the coach and realize that maybe he's doing something wrong.
Yeah. Because you can't give up 2 20-plus point games in the playoffs. That's like almost unheard of. Like I don't think any coach can.
There you go.
You know, I don't think any coach can coach into that. Not even Brett Brown.
Yep.
But I mean,
Yeah,
Brett Brown wouldn't even have us up by 20 to begin with. But that's besides the point.
Why you giving a shot at Brett Brown?
Nah, Brett Brown. He was right all along. But he wasn't tough enough on Ben, and that's not his fault either. Because
I mean, I think he was more hard on Ben than what Doc was.
Oh, for
Doc
sure.
was giving him a pass every single game.
For sure.
Doc sounded like me in the press conferences.
Yeah.
At least Brett always went out and challenged him.
Mm-hmm. And man, I wish we had Butler.
Yeah, well, that's something we'll never be able to do.
No.
Yeah, the Heat are looking good, Bryce. I'm jealous. I am jealous because I wanted Kyle Lowry and I wanted us to keep Jimmy, but it is what it is. But yeah, going back to that series loss, when it comes down to the blame, who's most to blame, it strictly falls on 2 people. It falls on Ben Simmons for not giving his full potential, and those are the kindest words I could use.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Doc Rivers for horrible game plans,
Absolutely.
horrible body language as a coach.
Absolutely.
Always flailing his arms out. It sends a bad message to the team.
Yeah. And you could put some of the blame on Daryl Morey. You really can, because he didn't go out and get you that guy who's a closer.
But
in those games.
That would have meant trading Ben Simmons. And whether you could have got Kyle Lowry for Ben Simmons, probably. And that's better than what you'd be getting now. But no GM in their right mind was going to do it.
They weren't going to make the playoffs. I don't see why they wouldn't have done that. The Raptors.
No GM would have done it at that time. And I think every GM would have been wrong at the time, looking back at it, but I don't think any GM would have done it.
Yeah.
Especially since it was for James Harden, who was the main topic of discussion.
Yeah.
And Daryl still wouldn't do it.
No.
Looking back at it, he probably would do it now, of course, obviously, but it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Now you got to swallow that pill and move on. Try and see if you can get, I don't know, De'Aaron Fox. Because De'Aaron Fox with Maxey, I have 2 Kentucky guards, one being a natural point guard, the other being a 2 guard. I would love that.
I don't know. I don't like it. How tall is Fox?
6'5".
Is he 6'5"? I thought he was like 6'2".
I'm pretty sure he's 6'5".
I don't know. I just feel like Maxi's so ball dominant that
Yeah, but
I don't
that's
know. I feel like
he could
having
be.
Falcon
It'll be a
take-
great change of pace between the two of them. Probably 6'3".
Hmm.
So, but yeah, we all know who I want though. I want Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier.
Who made up that trade?
Me. For Ben Simmons.
Oh, I thought I made up that trade and told you about it. No, that's all right.
I've been saying Terry Rozier for how long now?
You said Terry. I said give me Gordon too.
All right, so the Flight Zone collectively,
Yes, sir. There we go.
I've wanted Terry Rozier since last year because I wanted a true like 6-man point guard coming off the bench.
Yeah, because it would be good because you would have Gordon would be starting. He would be your 3, and then you have
Danny coming off the bench.
Brick coming off the bench, and that wasn't a shot at Ben Simmons. That was a shot at Danny Green. You'd have Terry. Yeah, I mean,
you would have
yeah, you'd have
Terry,
Terry coming off the bench.
Matisse.
Would he be your 6-man? Would Terry be your 6-man?
Yeah. Well, him or Niang, whoever you
Yeah.
want to give the title to, but it'll be Maxey as your point, Seth as your 2, Hayward your 3, Tobias your 4, Joe your 5, and then your bench would look like Scary Terry, Danny Green, Matisse Thybulle, Georges Niang, and Andre Drummond, and then you'd have
We would need.
and Shake Millen.
I think we'd need to have a three-team trade for that though. I think we'd have to get rid of somebody else because the salaries wouldn't match on that.
No, take Furkan.
What? Honestly, take Green, right? Like, why not take Green? Just as you could just wave him after or whatever. Then he can go play for the
LA.
Clippers or wherever he wants to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think LeBron wants him after missing that. I mean, they still won, but just absolutely bricking that game winner.
Nobody won that. That was a fake ass ring.
It was the Lemicky ring.
Yeah, well, I agree. We talked about it in depth over the past hour and a half. Hurts is looking really well. I need him to continue to progress, and I need him to be able to still stick in the pocket and go through reads because that's what a Super Bowl winning quarterback will do for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is up with this? No, I don't hate it. I never hated Hurts. I hated the pick because I think it was still one of the stupidest picks of all time. And until he wins a Super Bowl, you can't tell me otherwise.
I always disagree with Jimmy when he said that. I pointed the wrong way. I always disagree with Jimmy when he said that just because.
Oh, now he's a LeBron fan too. All right, it's understandable.
Jesus.
He's a Jalen Hurts and LeBron James fan.
Yeah.
Fugazi.
But yeah, I never really agree with Jimmy on that being the worst pick in history. You needed a backup point. Backup.
No,
QB.
you needed Logan Wilson. You needed Jeremy Chin. You did not need a quarterback.
You did, Jimmy. I don't even want to go into this discussion.
Right now. I'm not doing this right now. I can't do this.
But all I'm gonna say is
for my mental health, I can't do it.
Word, injuries. That's why. And then we're done. All right, basketball.
He hasn't got injured in how many years? He hasn't had an injury since 2019. He hasn't missed a game from an injury since 2019. And even that year, he didn't miss a game from an injury. He hasn't missed a game from an injury since 2018. He started every single game. Am I right or wrong?
Before that, hey, Jimmy, the year before that, though, what happened in the playoffs? He got
his head spiked into the ground.
He bumped his head a little bit.
And he didn't have a Jordan Mailata to go stick up for him because everybody in the organization hated him.
What happened the year before that, too?
The year that we won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Or 2018 when he was coming back from a torn ACL?
Yeah, it was 18.
I'm not doing this right now. I can't.
Yeah, we don't have to do this. I was just saying that's why they picked that, and even Howie said that.
It is the stupidest pick of all time. Until Jalen Hurts wins us a Super Bowl, it is the stupidest pick of all time. You could have had Jeremy Chin instead of old man Rodney in the backfield right now. You could have had Logan Wilson instead of experimenting with Alex Singleton over the past 11 games. You could have gave me a freaking defensive lineman instead of having Derek Barnett out there. You could have gave me another receiver instead of fucking around with Jalen Reagor right now.
I'd agree with you on that one.
Stupidest pick of all time until he wins the Super Bowl.
Okay, but until Wentz actually wins the Super Bowl on his own.
But that's irrelevant because you'll never know what Wentz will be able to do with this roster right now.
He wouldn't have. I don't think he would have done much. Like, no, Jimmy. Like for real though, I'm not even trying to like.
All right, compare this offensive line this year. This offensive line this year to last year's offensive line. These weapons this year compared to last year's offense weapons.
Yes, it's better than last year.
And how better is it?
The weapons are not really that better. Not really that better. Jimmy, the only thing is Devontae Smith.
He was fucking around with John Hightower as Quez Watkins was sitting on the bench. He was fucking around with Greg Ward as Devontae Smith was in freaking Alabama lighting it up. How is it not astronomically better?
It's not. It's astronomically?
Astronomically.
Oh,
Travis Fulgham was the number one receiver, and he can't get on the field over number 19.
Dude, we still have a bottom 25 receiving core. Do you not see that?
Because Jalen Hurts can't throw the football.
Bottom 25 receiving
because
core.
Jalen Hurts can't throw the football. That's why. He's only ever looking at Devontae Smith. That's why we have a bottom 25 wide receiver core right now. And, of course, Jalen Reagor, who sucks. Like, what are we talking about here? I don't understand. It was the stupidest pick of all time until he wins us the Super Bowl. You can't convince me otherwise. And if anybody else doesn't agree to that, you have an agenda.
If Wentz was on this team right now, he'd be hurt. Regardless, you're saying offensive line this, offensive line that. He would have still got hurt on all these plays. He can't run like Hurts can run. You can say he's slow, whatever you want. But he's not as elusive as Jalen Hurts is.
I don't want an elusive quarterback. I want a quarterback that can stick in the pocket in the red zone, go through his reads, and throw the ball to the left for a touchdown. That's what I want in a quarterback. I don't give a fuck about an elusive quarterback. When's the last time an elusive quarterback won the Super Bowl? Answer the question. The answer is nobody. No elusive quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl. And that was their main attribute to the football team, was their elusiveness. Yeah, Russell Wilson's elusive, but that's not his main attribute. Like, what is going on here?
It's all right, Jimmy. It's all right, bro.
Wentz is not injury. Like,
no. He was just very unlucky when it came to injuries. That's what it was. And that's why they drafted Hurts, because they needed a blanket. They couldn't rely on a fucking 40-year-old quarterback that was playing with a torn hamstring to play in your playoff game.
I don't know, Ev.
All these boys are agreeing with me. So I know these are just, yeah.
I just, when you get your head spiked into the ground the way it did, I don't think a lot of people are coming back. I mean, you saw it with Dallas Goedert last week. They don't fuck around with head injuries. Could have happened to anybody. And then the first injury, he was trying to do too much, and that was the knock on him. But we also got to remember that was his second year in the NFL. And everybody wants to jerk off Jalen Hurts this year, saying it's only his second year. And some people say it's only his rookie year. It was Wentz's second year in the NFL, and he was trying to do too much. He comes back his third year because Nick Foles was playing like absolute dog shit in that first month. So we as an organization rushed him back, and it set him back, and that's what hurt his back.
Mm-hmm. Mike just comes in with the facts.
Yeah, Wentz can't throw the fucking football. Get a fucking clue. Get a clue, dude. Get a clue. Go watch some film. Go watch some film of quarterbacks that know how to throw the football and tell me that Carson Wentz is not a better passer of the football than Jalen Hurts. Tell me that. When's the last time that Carson Wentz as an Eagle had a stretch where they were just running the football at an alarming 70% rate? It never happened. Guess why? Because Carson Wentz knew how to throw the football. That's why. Morons.
I mean, it's another development thing too, Jim, with Jalen Hurts. It's a development thing. Jalen Hurts wasn't a top pick.
Okay.
He wasn't a top pick. You got to give him time still.
Oh my God, giving him time. I am giving him time. We're giving him the whole season, and he's 5-6 right now. And he lost us 2 of the games this year, single-handedly. 2 of the games this year, back-to-back weeks. 49ers and Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah, interceptions every
Is
game.
Mahomes' best attribute elusiveness?
I mean, that adds to
Wait,
his
wait.
game.
Are
That
we
adds to
calling
his
Jalen
game a
Hurts,
lot.
Patrick Mahomes, and Russell Wilson and Steve Young right now? Because if we all need to get a clue.
That adds to how good he is, though.
But those guys know how to throw the football.
I see where you're coming from.
Main attribute. Rewind it 8 minutes. Main attribute is elusiveness for a quarterback. When's the last time a quarterback, their main attribute was elusiveness? It never happened. Unless you're telling me that Steve Young, Patrick Mahomes, and Russell Wilson are all just elusive, and that's why they won Super Bowls. Stop. And like, we're just naming all these guys now. Aaron Rodgers. And putting them all on the same pedestal. I disagree with this because Carson never had a play caller like this. Doug Peterson was a horrible play caller. Horrible. And I would like to see what would happen in this system where you had a quarterback that could go past the second, third read. So that's it. That's enough of Carson Wentz. There's 10 minutes left in this basketball game.
He's fired up. Look what I did. Look what I've done. I knew this would happen.
They're on a huge winning streak right now. That's what the Indianapolis Colts are on. So
they have a way better. He has way better weapons on that team. Look at his running backs.
Mike, I said main attribute the whole time. What are we talking about here? Take your agenda somewhere else. I don't need it. We don't need it here. Call into the dial and use your agenda there. How about that?
What?
And now we want to talk about race. Fucking morons, dude. Morons. That's what we're dealing with right now.
Meanwhile, the Sixers are down by 7.
Ted, you need to get a clue. You need to get a clue. I'm sorry.
It's 84-77. 10 minutes to go. Sixers aren't looking too hot.
Well, yeah,
I don't know why Tobias Harris is out.
They're playing Furkan Korkmaz. Well, he sucks anyway. But they're playing Furkan Korkmaz, Shake Milton, and Isaiah Joe right now. That's why. That's why they're down by 7.
I wouldn't say Sirianni is better than Doug right now.
Yeah, he is.
You have to.
When has Doug ever made an adjustment like the way that Nick Sirianni has? When? It never happened.
I can see why you're saying that, but there's more of a. He's more accommodating to Hurts than he was to Wentz. Or Sirianni is more accommodating to Hurts
it's not even
than
close.
Doug was to Wentz.
Yeah, and it's not even close.
But he's a Super Bowl winning coach.
Super Bowl
So you're saying that if Sirianni was
and Howie Roseman's a Super Bowl winning executive. So what's your point?
I guess so. That season,
Doug Peterson's on the couch right now. He didn't get offered one job.
Howie was probably the best GM that year. You got Jay Ajayi for a 6th-round pick.
Fourth or fifth.
Was it a 4th? I thought it was a 6th.
A 4th or a 5th. I'm not crowning Howie Roseman either tonight. People already got me fired up about Carson, who I never even brought up, by the way. I'm just telling you. Yeah, he could throw the football when you're rolling out to the right. But when you come playoff football, let's see how good it works. That's why Tim Tebow isn't in the league right now. That's why Johnny Manziel isn't in the league right now. That's why Lamar Jackson has 1 playoff win. all those guys that are dual threat quarterbacks that depend on their legs more than their arm, they tend to struggle in the playoffs when the defense gets tight. That's what I'm saying. So I want to see it in the playoffs. I want to see if this style continues to work, because if you're running the ball 70% of the time and getting 200 yards a game between Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, and Jalen, and you continue to win, I'm not going to bitch and complain or moan, because we're going to be winning football games. Mm-hmm. But when you're down in football games because you can't score in every possession by just running the football, I want to see what happens when he's forced to throw the football at a rate of 60% or more. That's what I have to see. Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen him stick in the pocket and go through his reads. It's even happening when he's succeeding right now. When it's an RPO and he has the option to either hand the ball off, pass the ball on a slant, or tuck it and run. It seems as if whenever he pulls the ball, it's always a tuck and run. It's never let me try and wait the half a second more to let this play develop. Because the minute that a little bit of pressure gets into his face, it's dipped to the right. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. He's been playing exceptional over the past 2 weeks. And I love Jalen. I really do. I praise him when he plays well, and I criticize him when he plays poorly. Like that 49ers game, like the Dallas Cowboys game. And the Dallas Cowboys game was probably out of reach. Never was going to win that because the defense couldn't stop a running faucet. But that 49ers game, it's going to come up big. It's going to be very huge at the end of the season.
Yeah.
SPIs.
Gosh. Yeah, wow. Sixers.
I've never even brought up this isn't a Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson podcast. Like, we have not brought them up. They have played very poorly. Wilson's on the Jets, and Lawrence hasn't been living up to the number one pick. But that has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. Absolutely nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. And now we don't know sports because we're young. Or is he talking about Lawrence and Wilson?
Yeah, he's talking about Lawrence and Wilson. Oh, but we've heard that before. We've heard that a fair amount of times. Tristan Thompson is going off against the Sixers. Wow. What the hell's going on here? Damn.
Thank you, J Love. What's the score to this game?
80. It's coming up now. 80. It's 86-81 now.
And Kayvon, I don't think Zach Wilson gets a pass. He sucks. And he has solid weapons around him. You saw what who was it? Mike White? Was that their backup?
Or is it Ben White? Yeah, something like that. Mike White.
I think it's Mike White.
Yeah. Ben White. Shake Millen to the cup? No. Ooh. Damn it. Oh, Don's here. Don. It's been a minute, Don. I saw him in Tom's show the other day. He's here.
Mike, you're still talking.
I bet Don.
Why are we still talking about Wentz though? Why are we still talking? Like, these people have more of a session than I do because they just keep want to talk. They want to keep talking about him. Like, let it go. He's not here anymore. Like, why do we keep bringing him up every single episode?
Oh, Mr. Wing, really, dude? Come on, give my man's a break.
Mr. Wing, come on.
Yeah, the Lions are getting their first win. I bet you Don doesn't even want them to win. Oh yeah.
I hope Michigan pulls it off. I hate Ohio State.
Yeah, so do I. But honestly, I don't think. Remember the last few times that Ohio State has played Michigan State? Absolute demolishing.
J Love, we appreciate that. Everybody at A2D are the best. Shows every night. We got Mondays, of course. You got Monday Morning Quarterback with Tom and Brodo. And then you got the Sports Hounds right before us. Tuesday nights, you always got Hockey Happy Hour. I know Brian and the boys, Pove, they all do a great job. And then Wednesday night, of course, you got A2D Wednesday nights. You got Tom, Brodo, Ralphie, Frank, Greg, Nate. You got all those guys. Monday through Wednesday, awesome. And then, of course, you got Thursday, Birds of the Feather. Friday night, you got Fan Friday. And then Saturdays with the boys, the weekly rundown. And then, of course, Sunday, you got the flagship Agree to Disagree with the four guys now, I guess. So every night's awesome at A2D. Make sure you check them out. It's not just us. We're just the young bucks on this station trying to make it big. We could have been somebody.
Oh, I just want to shout out to my mustache right now. I actually grew this for Jalen Hurts because pause. But he has that mustache. I thought I could have pulled that off a little bit, but I've actually been growing this out for I think 2 weeks now. I haven't shaved once, and this is all I get. We're out here talking mustache talk, so I might have to go get some Manscaped after this.
You want to see a mustache?
That's
a
real
mustache. That's a mustache.
Ill-advised.
Although I can't grow a mustache. I could only grow the chin hair. That's it.
Dude, I have a patch. I have the patch under. You have that too or not?
No.
I have
I mean sometimes, but
all right, let's talk some Sixers, man. Let's talk some Sixers.
Yeah, and I don't understand all the agendas. I don't understand all the narratives. It's just people thinking that they know more than they actually do. It's really that's what it comes down to. You're never going to change their mind, so we'll see.
Sixers 5 minutes 40 seconds ago, they're down by 5. See what Maxey can do.
Yeah, you got Maxey, Shake, Drummond, Yang, and Thibault out on the court right now. There we go, Maxey.
Dude, just we always talk about this, but just imagine if Thibault had was a 40% from 3 shooter and was able to get to the rack pretty well. He would be such a great player.
Mike, do you see that it says? I'm sorry, Evan. Do you see that it says A2D? You could get it at phillysportsdrinkers.com, but it's literally an A2D shirt. We got it because Minshew's a cool looking guy. Yeah. Just like Jalen. But Minshew has that oomph about him.
Florida man.
And it is an A2D shirt. So what are we talking about here? All right, peace out, Don.
We got agendas here. Yeah, peace out, Don.
Mr. Wing prays on my downfall. I understand that. We've been trying to shift this conversation to Sixers Kings talk the whole fourth quarter, and Mike just has to have the last word. He has to.
I think you just have to be the bigger man. I don't know.
That's weird to have backup QB merch, but what do you know the city of Philadelphia and what the backup quarterback means to us? Do you have a clue? There's this backup quarterback named Nick Foles that won us the Super Bowl. You moron. And you want to talk about Jeff Garcia or AJ Feely?
He thinks I'm stoned, bro. That's funny.
You do know Nick Foles was a backup quarterback before Mike Vick too, right? Mike Vick was the backup quarterback, right? Philadelphia is a city of backup quarterbacks. Of course it's going to freaking sell. What are you talking about?
Yeah, guys, I swear I'm not stoned. I just haven't. I'm sleep deprived. I went to bed at 4 a.m. I had class at 8, and I haven't slept since. So
I don't know if my professor is watching this, but I don't know if I'm making it to the 8 a.m. tomorrow.
It's okay.
There's no reason why we should have class tomorrow, but it is what it is.
we're actually canceling class tomorrow due to the A2D. What was it? The Facebook gate.
Yeah.
Facebook gate.
Yeah.
Sixers are up by 1 point with 4 minutes to go. Let's see. We'll watch the rest of this, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
finishing this.
Yeah.
We're finishing this.
I just love the exchanges right now.
Did we really actually wait? When did we sign Archie? Today?
Yes, today.
I didn't. See, honestly, I haven't been even in touch with the Phillies because I feel like they're just not going to do shit. 12.5 a year. That's a lot of money for a reliever
Hey,
who's
maybe we're
had
gonna spend stupid money.
stupid money on stupid players
Dude, I want Corey Seager and Chris Taylor.
in your dreams. In your dreams. Jimmy, you know who we're
He's
getting?
fucking trolling. What a Troy, you're so weird.
Oh man, yeah.
Mike, I'll make a bet with you. If Hurts continues the way that he's playing right now, and that'll probably lead us to the playoffs, and he shows me something during the playoff game, and we all agree to it, that he just plays an absolute, like, out of his mind first round playoff game, I will get a Jalen Hurts jersey. And I wouldn't be mad about it because I love Jalen. I need to see more from him for me to be able to say that he could lead us to a Super Bowl. That's all. And I think that's a very fair assessment. And J-Love, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Mr. Wing's just a troll.
He's been with us the whole podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got this wooden American flag from Trevor Brenner, right?
Yep.
His dad makes the
Yep.
wooden things. They're pretty cool. That could be a potential sponsor. But Bryson Scott.
Yeah, I think I'm still starting Didi at shortstop. If we don't sign a shortstop, I think this is what I want the lineup to be next year. I want.
Hey, hold up. Are we gonna have a designated hitter next year or not?
I don't know. They won't tell us till the last second. It's the
Yeah,
MLB. Yeah, Mike. If he takes us to the playoffs and he has an outstanding first playoff game, then yeah, I will admit to you.
Yeah, Jimmy. First of all, what's an outstanding game to you?
It needs to be clear.
Okay, but like what? Because I know you get technical with stuff sometimes.
All right. Do you think he has been playing outstandingly well as a quarterback?
No. I think he's playing average.
As a quarterback, but his legs are helping him win football games, and as long as we're winning football games, then I'm fine.
I mean, that's just like we said, attributes. It's part of his game. He can run.
Yeah.
He's using his legs to his advantage, whereas
Yeah.
some can't. Whereas some can't.
All right.
Clearly, Tom
Evan,
Brady.
I'm not doing this right now.
It.
Oh yeah, Tom Brady's a scumbag. The way he slid today. I don't know if anybody else saw that.
Shake Milton. Shake Show.
Shake Milton and Furkan Korkmaz or JJ Arcega-Whiteside and Jalen Reagor? What pair do you like more? I know. I don't.
Korkmaz.
Yeah, because of Korkmaz.
All
right. Ben Simmons and Shake Milton or JJ and Reagor?
JJ and Reagor.
Yeah. No, because if you go back to the poll, are you going to be upset if we don't make the playoffs? I'm going to be pissed off if we don't make the playoffs. There's no reason why we shouldn't make the playoffs. Because we're playing atrocious quarterbacks, and our defense has been feasting against atrocious quarterbacks.
Do you think we win out?
I think there's a strong possibility. I think the one time we may lose is against the Redskins, one of the Redskins games.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I asked on the chat today, a lot of people were saying no. So yeah, the Flyers have been dogging it, man. Carter Hart's Carter Fart. I don't care what anyone tells me. It's Carter Fart.
You want to talk about a bad mustache?
Yeah. This looks better than his. This right here.
Okay.
This line of product right here. But no.
Nah, he needs to have a outstanding performance, like a performance like yesterday in a playoff game. A performance like yesterday would be fine,
Yeah.
and obviously if he wins,
Mm-hmm.
but it can't be like a Tom Brady Super Bowl win, 13-3. It can't be that.
But I think a win. No, you know what it should be? I feel like if they make the playoffs and they win, I feel like you have to get one.
All right, that's fine, but it can't be a 13-3 victory. He needs to play the way he's been playing the past 2 weeks in a playoff game. I want to see if that'll work out in a playoff game because it hasn't worked out for Lamar Jackson pending except for one game. So
Oh my
we'll see what
gosh,
happens.
what a bucket.
And
Yeah.
when it goes to that Dallas game, it wasn't just because of Hurts. If we listen to the show week in and week out, you'll realize that I've blamed Howie Roseman more than anybody.
Yep.
I've also blamed Jonathan Gannon and a horrid defense just as much as I've been blaming Jalen Hurts for losses.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
I
you're
just
kind
feel
of
like momentum is going to be a factor in how we're going to do, how well we're going to do in the playoffs. Like I said earlier, we're not going to really have that test of seeing an elite quarterback. And honestly, since after the Chargers game, we haven't seen an elite quarterback, and we won't until maybe the playoffs. So maybe they go off of that and they do good against an elite quarterback, or they just go back to their old ways and get a 30 piece on them.
Well, I'm hoping that this next month of football, where you're playing Daniel Jones twice, Joe Flacco once,
Just builds
and
confidence.
the 3 games should build you confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I mean,
Taylor Heineke
these
is what
three,
he is.
you could say the Eagles are one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
Yeah, them, the Patriots.
Yep. Patriots, of course.
I would think the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the hottest team in the division.
Yeah.
And I like once again we're bringing up Carson Wentz. Like this has nothing to do with Carson Wentz right now. If he wins us a playoff game, it's not even about accepting him. I accept him now. I'm just saying that I don't think he has the capabilities of winning us the Super Bowl yet. I got to see that this formula can work in the playoffs because I have never seen it work in the playoffs once. Not once.
All right, we're getting down to the
Yeah, can we stop? Can we stop talking about Carson Wentz?
2 minutes. Oh gosh. 2 minutes left. Sixers up 2.
They can't lose this game, dude. Shake Milton with the ball. That's never a good thing.
No. Wait, what are you at right now?
What are you doing? Yes.
Wait, what are you at right now? What time?
96-92, a minute 35 left.
Oh gosh,
Timeout.
I'm behind.
That was a horrible pass by Shake Milton, but Drummond got it. Did you see it?
Yeah, he just ripped it right at. And Andre Drummond, he is going to be the main reason, not the main reason, but one of the big reasons why we win this game. He's had, when I was watching the last 3 minutes, he's had at least 5 offensive rebounds. That's big.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't know what to say because I don't want to. I don't think I'm a hater. I think I pretty much tell
You're
it.
a harsh critiquer.
Yeah, but I also
That's what it is.
love.
That's what
I
you are.
also love very hard, as you can
Yeah.
tell. Ben Simmons, Carson Wentz, Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm. You love to hate. Nah. Yeah, we need to win this game. This is. Do I pick up Boston Scott and play on my fantasy team this week?
I don't know. I think all the hype is gonna. I mean, Jordan Howard's gonna be out, so you know they're gonna be using 2 backs.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a Miles Sanders type of week. Like I
Should I
said,
just do it to Ryan and just end him with Miles Sanders? End his whole career.
do you have Miles?
Or not Miles Sanders. I meant no. That's who Greg played this week over. I think Michael Carter or whatever. Michael Carter had a big game.
Yeah,
For the flex.
it's all right. I could have won, but I benched Devontae Freeman and played Ty Johnson. I ended up losing by like 15 in my 14-man league. The one where I lost Derrick Henry.
Wow. Yeah, drum it. Come out big. Come
Get it
out
past.
really big.
Get it past.
Good.
God, he's fast.
He is.
Why'd you pick up your dribble, son?
Wow.
Yes.
Andre Drummond is a beast.
Hashtag build around Andre.
Yes. We must.
Hashtag trade Joe.
Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Did you see that?
What, the N1? Almost N1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's no chance.
He's
that we
literally
can-
ripping the ball out of two players' hands pretty much.
Yeah. There's no way we blow this. This is a big win. This is a big win because now you're
It
two
is.
in. Well, if you hold on, which you should, and if
And
you
it's
hang
a West
on,
Coast game, which is that's what,
You're gonna-
2 hours, 3 hours? No, that's how much hours are they behind us? 4? 3?
Yeah.
40 seconds. Fox for 3. Oh,
Mike.
Fox breaks it. And Fox turns the ball over, and the game is over.
All right, so you're gonna be 2 and 3
Yep.
on this 6-game trip. You're gonna finish this trip Wednesday night, and I'm sure A2D Wednesday nights is gonna be live reacting to this game. It's gonna be against Golden State.
Oh,
Now, if you could escape Golden State and you could escape this road trip 500, 3 and 3, that's a win.
without
you-
your players?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
win. And this team, yeah, don't get me wrong, I love this team. It's just I don't want
It's hard
this.
to watch when Joe and the whole team aren't playing. It's like watching a summer league game.
Yeah, but
That's
then again,
literally-
Tyrese is looking really, really good, and it's fun to be able to see him carry the team. And it's going to be interesting to see what Tyrese and Joe can do together because we always wanted Joe to have a player like Tyrese to play next to, and he finally has it. So we'll see what happens when Joe is fully healthy and he can play with Tyrese.
Mhm.
So
So there's a little bit of a jet lag maybe for some of these guys, but that's probably over by now.
yeah, clap your hands,
That-
everybody.
Great win. Great win. I'm wondering if they're like sitting Harris and Curry for the next game. Bro, why do they keep fouling them? They're literally down by 8.
Did I ever say that Jalen Hurts isn't developing? Like, did I ever say that? Did I say he's
No.
regressing through the season? Like, how
No.
many times have I given him praise over the past 3 weeks? Like, first of all, I've never seen this guy in the chat, so I know he's. You know what I think he is? I think it may be Miles Sanders' burner.
Who?
Mike McFly.
He might be.
Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, we're gonna get to let's start weekend winners because that'll lead me to one of my winners.
You can go first.
Yep.
I'll let you go first.
All right, weekend winners. Always brought to you by All Campus, home of the A2D Ramp Booth. I know they have a show every Sunday, but they do pregame. I know it's Brinkman. And yeah, A2D Ramp Booth, 20% off everything in our store, including hats, shirts, team cornhole sets, to all of our subscribers. So make sure you check out All Campus, located in Ocean City. So make sure we check them out. And that's what Weekend Winners is brought to you by. My weekend winner, and it's kind of like a weekly winner, it's going to go to Bryce Harper, obviously. One of my winners.
Stole it right from me. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to. Because
No.
Troy brings up MVP, and this is a sign that this Phillies organization cannot waste any more years of Bryce Harper prime. You need to go out. You need to sign a Chris Taylor, Corey Seager, Nick Castellanos, Starlin Marte. You need to get at least 2 of those guys. And then you need to get a legit rotational starter in that rotation.
Yep.
And you maybe need 1 or 2 arms in the bullpen that you could probably get for cheap because bullpen pitchers are year to year. Andre Drummond, 9 points, 23 rebounds. And Maxey, 24 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 0 turnovers.
Wow.
So whoever said he turns the ball over a lot, he didn't do it today.
No.
But yeah, this is what this Phillies team needs so that we don't waste another year of Bryce Harper. And it just pisses me off so much that this Atlanta Braves team was basically in the same – they were in a worse position than us.
Yeah, they are.
And they went out. They realized that they needed outfielders to fill up their lineup to play some defense, and they got 4 of them.
I don't know if you could say they were in a worse situation because they had a way better farm system.
No, I'm talking about this season in the MLBs.
Oh, okay.
Their bullpen was just as bad as ours. Their starting rotation was just as bad as ours. They go out and they get Soler, Eddie Rosario, Jock Peterson, and Duvall. Why couldn't you get 2 of them? Why? Were you that attracted to Odubel Herrera?
Yeah, I guess
and
so.
Mickey Moniak?
I guess
are you
so.
kidding me?
No, that's bad.
So my weekend winner goes out to Bryce. I hope he can keep it up. I have all the faith in the world that he'll keep it up. And yeah, and I think our guy Wheeler got snubbed.
I agree.
He's workhorse pitcher. Davies was pitching what, 4 innings a game?
Yeah. The hell was that? I don't even know what that was. Didn't he have like almost 100 more? Not 100 innings. 50 more innings or something like that.
Well,
he had
213 innings pitched, and I think guy from Milwaukee only had 160 or 150. I don't know. It is what it is, dude. It's Philly. Nobody likes us. We don't care.
All right. My weekend winner. I'll give 2 of them since you went first.
My loser's Mike McFly. and everybody on Jalen Hurts' legal team for ruining Eagles week. For ruining you guys literally ruin wins for this fan base. And that's why people don't like us, because of fans like you. And I don't even think you're a fan, to be completely honest. You probably watch the game here and there, and then you'll go to the stat sheet. You'll see that we put up 40 points. You'll see that Jalen has 175 yards, and then you'll jerk him off until next Sunday. That's what it is. Go ahead, Ev. I'm sorry.
All right, no, that's all right. My first winner is going to go to Jonathan Taylor. I just think that after that massive game, I think he really just solidified that he is.
It's Jonathan Taylor's team.
It is Jonathan Taylor's team with a little bit of Naheem Hines and not Carson Wentz. But no, actually, it's Rodrigo Blankenship's team, the Lego man.
The guy on IR.
Yeah, I think that just that game solidified him as being one of the top running backs, whereas weeks before you were kind of like, okay, there's development here. But then he just I don't want to say he's on his own level, because McCaffrey's he's not doing the same thing, but he's putting up just as many. I'm just going off a little bit of fantasy too, wise, but I just think that they're both very, very productive running backs. But Jonathan Taylor is definitely, I would say, the best running back in the league right now.
Yeah, by far.
I'd say my second winner this week is Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick, everyone was saying, oh, he needed Tom Brady. He needed rightfully so, because they were just a great match, and they won Super Bowls together. And that's what it is. If you have a coach and a great quarterback together, you're going to win Super Bowls, and that's just what it is. But I just think that was huge for him, because now they're first in the AFC East.
Yep, and they have the same record as Tom Brady. Tom Brady and the Pro Bowl team.
So. Yep, and Never mind. I was gonna say they have a better division, but they don't.
Yeah,
They have
as
the
much
Jets.
as much as I would love to see the Eagles make the Super Bowl this year, and obviously I'm going to cheer for it, but it would be very interesting if the Buccaneers go up against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
That would be iconic.
I would
Who would you root for?
Bill Belichick, and it's not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah,
I think Tom Brady's a scumbag.
yeah, that was pretty. He is a scum. But who's your other winner?
Any fantasy manager out there that has been able to manage a team in a fair league to put yourself in a playoff position this deep into the league. I know everybody's trade deadline's probably coming up, but
I
if
think
you've
it's
been
next
able,
week.
yeah, I mean, mine and my 14 was this week, but if you've been able to keep up and keep a solid team with all the insanity that's happened this year, props to you. I know it's been a struggle, and I know it's been a grind. And literally anything can happen any given week, and it's just crazy. So props to you guys.
I feel like I know this is the weekend winners, but I feel like we need to throw in a couple losers.
Oh yeah,
Of our little
definitely a losers, a bunch of losers in this world. So let's go.
Who's your number one loser?
Probably the Bills. I think
I was gonna say Bills too, man. Like,
yeah, go ahead. I'll think of another one.
No, it's all right. It's all right. No, the Bills, yeah. Completely got destroyed in their own stadium.
Yep.
By Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
And their number one defense they've had since the NFL season started this year. I don't know what happened. And they almost got the 50 bomb on them.
Yeah, they let one guy beat them. How are you the best defensive team in the league, and you let one guy beat you? And don't get me wrong, Jonathan Taylor's an animal beast.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's fun to watch him right now.
He is going to be what Saquon was going to be without injuries.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you on that. Matt comes in. Tyrese Maxey is the truth. Yeah. Tyrese Maxey is a baller. He is untouchable in my eyes. If they trade Ben Simmons and Tyrese Maxey for anything, I will lose my mind. Because you look at Joel Embiid right now, and he's Mr. Unreliable. The best ability is availability. And love it or hate it, you want to hate the MVP voting system. The reason why he didn't get it last year, it was simply because he didn't play enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's no knock to Joe, but it just is what it is. And when Joel Embiid goes out for extended period of time, whoever you get back in return, are they going to be able to win basketball games and keep you afloat to at least keep you relevant to get you a high playoff seed? Because right now, Tyrese Maxey is showing you that, hey, I could go 500 on a road trip with absolutely nobody on the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can Dame Lillard do that? I don't know, maybe. But Damian Lillard is 32 years old, has 3 years left on his contract, and you know damn well he's going to be going to California after this contract is up. Is Damian Lillard guaranteeing us a ring? Because if it isn't, I don't want him.
No.
I don't want to trade Tyrese Maxey for Damian Lillard.
There's really nobody, honestly, Jim, right now.
I mean, unless we're talking something astronomical like Kevin Durant, but that'll not happen.
Trying to think of a loser this week. I don't know. See, there hasn't been too many. Like, it was just a weird week this week for all teams. So there could be a lot of losers, but I'm trying to see who took the biggest L this week.
The Steelers last night.
Yeah, I mean that's the Steelers though. They take L's all the time.
That was bad though.
Zach Stacy, you took the biggest L.
Oh yeah,
you clown,
scumbag. Yeah, we don't even need to even justify that. But that was just awful.
Scummy.
Titans took a big L this week too, but they were due. They were definitely due for a loss because of all the wins that they strung together. But I think the Lakers, they're just a a meme at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do anything.
No.
They are a play-in team at best.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say an L for LeBron for being scared for his life. I bet he had like the whole Lakers franchise. They were building like a
Building a
fence,
wall
a
for him.
human fence
Yeah.
around him, a two layered human fence around him, so he wouldn't get touched on like the elbow. He probably would have went down for a few more weeks. That was definitely intentional.
Yeah,
He
that
literally
was
like looked at him, then he went. And
that
the
was
dude's
interesting.
face was all bloody. I don't know. Like you can't really do that intentional. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. We could agree on one thing when it comes to Lakers. It's very entertaining watching live reactions when the Lakers are on and Ralphie's on the stream.
Oh yeah, when the Lakers play the Sixers when it's full strength, we're definitely getting on with the
Dude,
guys. I
it
love
is
watching Ralph. It's
it
so fun.
is must watch content
Yes.
when Ralphie is on a stream and he's live reacting to a Lakers game. Must watch.
Or Frank Vespi when he's what is it? Sixers
Cheering on.
playoffs. That was that lives in my head rent. That lives in my head rent free.
Yeah,
It
that's a
does.
good clip. That's a good clip. That's a huge loss.
with the Sixers flags in the back. That's literally just us in a nutshell, though.
Yeah. A2D must watch TV.
Yep. Princess James.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse. A LeBron James fan or a Cowboy fan. Dude, seeing all those Cowboy fans at Arrowhead is just cringe because
Yeah.
Arrowhead probably one of the
Hardest
best
stadiums to play in.
one of the best stadiums to play in, especially if you're the Chiefs. Definitely
Yeah.
one of the biggest home field advantages. And then just seeing all those fake Cowboy scum. Like that's
Yeah.
what you are. If you're a Cowboy fan and you're not from Dallas, you're a scumbag. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
Let's
it
just
is
say
what it is.
Texas. Say Texas. I mean,
Yeah,
but Texas is a big ass state, though.
yeah, you got the Texans.
But who wants to root for the Texans?
Yeah, they're pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know, dude. There's a lot of losers. There's also some winners, but it is what it is. It was a huge win tonight for the Sixers. I think they what did the final score end up being? 102-94.
Yeah.
So huge W. Hopefully they can come back Wednesday night and make this road trip 500 and then come back home and hopefully Embiid will be healthy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate LeBron. Like,
Yeah.
Mike,
No,
you're weird. Weird. Mike, are you a Sixers fan?
I didn't say I was a Heat fan. I said he's a Heat fan. Where he at? That was such a funny meme. I miss old memes from like 2012 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Good times. I miss the process a little bit. I'm missing Sergio Rodriguez. Should bring him back on a 10-day.
No.
Probably better than Shake Milton, though.
Maybe. I'd rather have Andre Miller over Shake Milton right now.
You know who should bring back if we play the Nets in the playoffs this season? We have to bring back what was that guy's name? Miller? No, was it
Andre Miller?
no.
Wait, he's on the Heat right now?
No.
Oh, the Nets?
Yeah, against Harden. Who was the one that was clowning Harden when we had him?
When,
He's
last
like,
year?
Corey Brewer. Corey Brewer.
Oh, Corey Brewer.
Corey
Yeah.
Brewer for the Nets series. That was
Yeah. That was a good one.
And James Harden's been on the decline, to be honest. Like he's not the same player he's used to be.
It's just
I
been
know
a
it's like
weird
really
sports year.
early, but he also does have Durant on his team, whereas like he never really had that second scorer. Like he had Chris Paul, but Chris Paul wasn't a scorer. He was a
Yeah.
facilitator. He ran the court. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
god, he's not even the GOAT.
Like I loved LeBron. I really did. And then I watched The Last Dance. And then LeBron went. Well, first LeBron went to LA, and I thought that was weak. I don't think he should have went to LA. I am kind of bitter that he didn't come to the Sixers, but just the way he tries to build his teams, and then the way he just lets go of everybody. Everything's always somebody else's fault. Never takes accountability. Isn't as clutch as MJ. Probably wouldn't have gotten a ring without Ray Allen. Like all this shit just builds up into why I just don't like LeBron James.
Is it the
And
same attitude you have towards Tom Brady too?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they blame everybody else for when they lose, but then when they win, they want to bring it all upon themselves.
Yeah.
And that's an excellent point when it comes to Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually think he was coming to Philly though. Like who does he like?
It was either like there was an actual chance though he was
Yeah.
coming to Philly. Like
But
we
Mike-
literally had Brett Brown go on a flight and go talk to him in LA.
Yeah.
But I knew all along he was going to go to LA. I knew he didn't want to be in Cleveland. I knew he wasn't going to go back to the Heat. The Heat like they were probably worse.
Yeah.
With the team they had. So,
and I don't know how you could watch LeBron James and then watch Michael Jordan and not realize that Michael Jordan is still light years above LeBron James. And every mistrial that he has with the Lakers is just tainting his legacy more and more and more.
mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Good night, guys. Good night, Red Sand. Thank you for contributing. Mr. Wing, always a pleasure. Love you, brother. Gonna tell Jalen that I'm wearing his backup's nightgown. Yeah, they have a great relationship. They do. But yeah, it is what it is. Mike, why aren't you a Sixers fan? Like you're an Eagles fan. Why aren't you a Sixers fan?
It's probably like a Penguins fan too, or something like that.
Like I'm surprised he's not a Cowboy fan with LeBron. But yeah. All right, guys. It's been a fun show. Huge win for the Sixers. Huge win for the Eagles, obviously. I hope they keep this momentum going, playing against horrible quarterbacks. So let's hope and pray. Go Birds, 10-9-8, 76ers. Peace out, J-Love. Remember, show always brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped provides you 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock that confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Jalen Hurts has been using Manscaped lately. I'll tell you that. I'll give you that one.
The last few weeks he has.
Yep. All right, guys. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have fun with your families.